I am super excited to be here. For those of you that don't know, obviously, my name is Anthony Morrison, and what I want to do is I really want to share with you one of what I believe, and what I truly believe, is one of the most unique and exciting ways to build your own online business. How many of you would like to learn how to do that today? Just say yes if you would like to learn how to build your own online business. Now, what's super important is I'm going to be going through this presentation with you today and talking to you about the number one key to a successful online business. Okay, so you want to write this down, write it down right now. Make sure that you don't forget it. Keep this in your mind. The number one key to a successful business on the internet, like a long-term sustainable business, is your email list. It's building an email list to have long-term sustainable success online, okay? So everybody with me, if you're with me, say yes. All right, if you're with me, say yes. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. So this is where I talk to you. Obviously, I'll be looking this way occasionally because this is where my computer is and my PowerPoint is, and we will walk through this. Now, some of you may have seen me popping up in some of these media outlets before. I was lucky enough to be on the front cover of Home Business Magazine. Was also lucky enough to be on CNN, which was super exciting to me because I'm just a kid from Mississippi, and all of a sudden I end up on CNN talking to the entire country about how to build their own business online. But there's one key, all right? There's one key to my success. There's one key to all of this, to getting into all of these media outlets, okay? I want you to write this down. The key to a successful business is your email list, but the key to building a massively successful wealth of income online is optimization. I want you to write that word down for me right now, okay? Write that word down. Write down the word optimization. You see, you have to constantly be adapting, constantly be optimizing. You can't just build something today and expect it to work 4 years from now. That's not how it works, right? It's kind of like this. You know, when I started driving a car, which was a long time ago, I've got the gray hair now. When I started driving a car, we actually had tape players. You could put a tape into the car and play a tape. Then it evolved into CDs. Now then it evolved into little MP3 sticks, right, that you could stick in. Now it's evolved into where all you need is your cell phone and you Bluetooth, right? Well, if the car industry and the music industry and the industry that builds the radios for your cars, if they don't adapt and evolve, if they keep building tape decks, right now, then do you think they're going to have much success, yes or no? Just say yes or no. Do you think you would have much success selling a tape deck in your car right now? Absolutely not. You have to evolve, and that requires optimizing your process. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how to optimize your business online, okay? So remember that. Optimization is the key. Now, this is a screenshot of me and my good friend Mark Victor Hansen. He is the author or the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. How many of you have heard of the Chicken Soup series? Just say yes if you have, right? I see lots and lots of people say yes. Yeah, Mark is a phenomenal man. And actually, Mark filmed a TV show with me. It aired all across the country. And I wrote a couple of books on internet marketing, and I sold them on television with Mark. And if you look, the first book was called Advertising Profits from Home. It was all about how to make money as an affiliate online, which was really exciting. But the second book, right, the second book is what's so key. If you read, you can see the title. It's kind of small, but it says Automated Profits from Home. You see, in this book, I started teaching people just like you all over the country about email marketing. Because email marketing truly is automated. It's literally something that you just press start and it takes over and it automates the entire process of building your business online and building a long-term sustainable business, right? And that's what I want to talk to you about. It's about evolving, about optimizing. You see, I started off as an affiliate, but I optimized my process and I started building my email list, and that's when I really became massively successful. Now, a lot of us get caught in one of these little boxes, okay? And I want you to be honest with yourself and honest with me, and I want you to tell me if this story really hits home with you, okay? So we're going to start the training in just a second, but I always like to, when I'm teaching, kind of frame things properly. I want you to be in the right mindset. I want you to know why I'm thinking the way I think. How many of you feel like that is a good thing? Just say yes if you feel like that's a good thing. I want you to know why I think the way I think, because I want you to be able to duplicate that, right? I've had a lot of success. And I can teach you the X's and the O's of success, but I also want to teach you the mindset of success and what got me to where I'm at right now. All right? And so if you look on the screen right here, what you see is me standing on a stage in front of about 5,000 people. I was freaked out. I was scared to death beyond what you can even imagine. I had no clue what I was going to do. I walked in. They asked me to speak at this event. I had no clue I was going to be on a stage. Typically, when I'd speak at events, I was just on the floor. Well, all of a sudden, they thrust me up on this tall stage, put all these lights in my face. If you look, you can see I was literally glowing. And before I walked out there, I almost backed out of it. I had such a knot in my stomach thinking about standing in front of 5,000 people and talking to them that I literally couldn't see myself actually doing it. How many of you have felt that way before? Just say yes. Maybe you've even felt that way about your online business. You kind of have that knot in your stomach and you think, look, I know that a lot of people can do this, but maybe this just isn't for me. I'm scared to press this button. I'm scared to put this ad on the internet. I'm scared to send this email. I'm scared to write this copy, right? You feel a little overwhelmed, right? It's outside of your comfort zone. And that's the beautiful part, but also the scary part. You see, I decided when I was standing back behind those curtains right there, I got in my own head and I thought to myself, I said, look, you walk out there, you stand on the stage, and you just do what you got to do, and you get it over with. And don't let everybody else dictate how you feel. Don't let everybody else dictate how you feel about yourself and your confidence level and your abilities. Just be within yourself. Feel, I guess the best way to say it is I felt confident in what I knew, and so I was going to go out there and deliver it to the world the best that I possibly could. So I stood up, I walked out there, and I did this presentation thinking there was no way in the world I could do it, right? Lots of deep breaths. Well, presentation was over and it went phenomenal. And it'd be a great story if I just told you it went phenomenal and everybody clapped and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point of the story. You see, a few days later, I got a message, and it actually came in on Twitter, and it was from a girl. And she said, my parents were just at your event, and they saw you speak, and they thought it was phenomenal. And I look forward to following you. Well, you see, little did I know that in that crowd of 5,000 people, there were two people from Seattle, Washington, and this event was in California. They had flown down to California to this event, not to hear me speak, to hear somebody else speak. And they noticed me, and they paid attention to what I was saying, and I reached them in a way that obviously they had not been reached before. They went home, they told their daughter about me. Now, when she messaged me on Twitter, I'm not going to lie, she was really pretty, and I rarely ever check my Twitter messages, to be honest with you, but she was a really pretty girl. And I said, oh my gosh, you know what? Look, I actually have business in Seattle in a couple of weeks. If you'd like for me to come stop by and maybe we could have a coffee or something. I don't even drink coffee. And she said, yeah. Well, I went up there literally 2 weeks later on a business trip, which was basically just to see this girl. And now that girl is basically my wife. We've been together for going on 7 years now. And it all started because I got outside of my comfort zone. And I tell this story when I teach this because think about how different my life would be right now if I let fear hold me back. Think about how different my life would be right now if I doubted myself to the point that I couldn't try new things. Think about how different my life would be if I lived in this little bitty box that we call our comfort zone. It's that box that you're comfortable living in every single day, but you know that if you live in this box, you're never going to get anything different in your life, right? You're never going to get anything other than what is in that box. So if you're not totally fulfilled right now, if you're not totally happy with your level of success, if you're not totally happy with your online business, then I'm telling you right now, the only way to be happy is to get outside of this little comfort zone, to step outside of the box, to try new things, to do new things, and to give yourself the permission to make a few mistakes along the way so that you can have the success that you want to have. How many of you want to give yourself that permission today? Just say yes if you want to give yourself that permission today. You see, I tell my personal stories because I want them to hit home with you. If you get nothing out of this training today, get that. Give yourself permission to try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone. And I guarantee you that's the true way to have massive success online. Now, my story is a little bit different than most, but it's one that I share with people when I do my trainings myself because at the end of the day, I want you to know me. I want you to know why I'm here, why I'm doing this. These are my parents, Roger and Sheila. Now, they're the reason we're here today, not necessarily because I'm their kid, but because of something that happened in my family's life. My dad was super successful. When I was growing up, I had everything. I never had a job. I was kind of just, I guess, spoiled, if you will. My dad was very successful, owned a lot of real estate. In his mid-60s, he retired. He sold his real estate, and he wanted to spend time with his family. So I was in college at the time. It was my second year, I believe, in college. I was headed to medical school, and I got a call from my dad. And my dad had invested his life savings, a little over $1.5 million, I think, into a company called WorldCom. Anybody know WorldCom? Just say yes if you know what WorldCom is. Yeah. So a lot of people know what WorldCom is. Well, then you probably know what happened next. About 24 hours after my dad invested his life savings in this company, they went bankrupt. There was an accounting scandal. WorldCom stock froze. It dropped. And my dad in 24 hours went from financially free, went from living the life that he had worked his whole life to live, to financially broke and desperate. And a lot of things changed in our lives, from myself, from my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad. My dad immediately had to start trying to find a job. And I remember talking to him on the phone. I'll never forget studying for a test and talking to my dad, telling him, look, Dad, you can do it. You've already built this business before. You've had massive success before. You've owned all this real estate. You can do it again. As a young kid, that was all that was in my mind, was you can. There was never a you can't. And he was just devastated how many of you can relate to the devastation of losing your life savings? Just say yes. And maybe you know somebody that's in that situation, or maybe you yourself have been in that situation, or maybe you're afraid that one day you will be in that situation, It's tough. It's tough to bounce back from. My dad tried to get jobs. He went everywhere. He even went to the car dealerships in town. Wouldn't hire him. Everybody told him literally he was too old. They just said, we're not hiring right now. It was all because of his age. He couldn't get a job at the local baseball fields. He literally couldn't get a job. He had no college degree, no education. He was a self-made millionaire, and all of a sudden he was desperate. And I watched my family just kind of going down the drain. I watched the stress that it caused. I see now how financial strain causes problems in families, because the burden of going to bed every night knowing you have these bills and these things that you have to pay and these responsibilities that you have, and knowing that you have no way to fulfill them, is so heavy on people. And I watched it drain the life out of my dad, and I decided I just couldn't watch it anymore. I said, you know what, I've got to do something. I don't know what to do, but I know I need to do something to help my family. I need to do something to help my dad. So I started my first online business. Now, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a webinar to get on. I didn't have anything other than the desire and the drive to be successful and to help somebody that needed help. That was my true reason why. How many of you have a true reason why you want to make money online, and it's not just to buy a Ferrari, right? It's not just so that you can live a lavish lifestyle. It's so that you can help other people. And if you're doing it for the right reason, and you have the drive, the desire, and the real need to be successful, as long as, like I said, you give yourself permission to do something, you give yourself permission to get started, and you give yourself permission to make a few mistakes along the way, damn it, you can do it. But it all starts right here, right? And right here. It all starts with you having the heart and the drive and the desire and the right mindset to know that you can have success. And that's what I did, and I did it innately. I started my very first business online, and the business model looked like this. It looked like, it's the craziest thing. I knew nothing about the internet, but I had a Mustang. And I said, you know what? I could sell Mustang parts online. This is just what I thought in my little head. I thought, oh man, I can sell Mustang parts. This will be great. So I started selling car parts online. Sounds pretty crazy, but within a few months, within like 6 months or so, I built this business up to over $250,000 a month. I want you to think about that for a second. $250,000 a month. How many of you would be happy with that? Just say yes. Now, I did not expect that. I did not go into this with expectations of any kind. I just wanted to make a few $1,000s to pay my parents' house payment. That's all I cared about, right? But the business model that I used was pretty simple. You see, I put ads on Google. You can see that's where it started. I put ads on Google. I sent people to this website. That's actually my website. You see right there, Cool Blue Performance. I was selling Mustang parts, and of course, I'd sell the parts, and I'd make money. It was I couldn't believe what was happening. I mean, it was literally happening so fast. I was making so much money. But with that money came a little bit of problem. You see, I was still in school. I was going to medical school. And back then, 10 years ago, people didn't really buy online. They shopped online, but they bought on the telephone. So I had to find a way to get those orders. So what I did was I put a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week phone number on my site. And I was literally taking 200 to 300 phone calls a day for people ordering car parts. 200 to 300 phone calls a day while still going to school, while still taking the MCAT, while still going to all of my biology labs and chemistry labs and trying to still be a doctor. But I was thrilled because you know what? Every dollar I made was $1 less that my parents had to worry about. So I was motivated. I worked every day, all day, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I was up. I was on the phone. I never went to a movie. I never went to the beach. I never got in a swimming pool because getting in a swimming pool meant that I wasn't attached to my phone or my computer. And doing that meant that I could miss out on money. And missing out on money meant that I needed help, that there was something I wasn't doing for my family. You see, I was driven to be successful. But with all that drive, it started to beat me down. It's probably why we always joke in my family. It's why I have gray hair. If you look, I have a little bit of gray hair. And I'm young, but I have gray hair. And we always joke about the fact that this business gave me gray hair. So with all of that, I decided and I learned one really important lesson. I didn't want just financial freedom. I wanted time freedom. You see, I wanted time to live my life. I made all this money, but I didn't do anything with it. I was too busy working. I was attached to this cell phone or one like this all day, every day of every week. Christmas Day, I was taking phone call orders because I was so motivated to have success. How many of you want financial freedom, but you also want time freedom? Just say yes if you also want time freedom. You see, you want the time. They have to go hand in hand because, look, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of rich people that hate life. And there's a lot of poor people that love life because they're able to live the life that they want to live, right, with the people that they want to live it with and do the things that they want to do. And they may not have this extravagance, but at the same time, they've got people and they've got experiences, right? And what you don't want to do is trade one for the other. So what I want to do is show you how you can build a business that's going to give you the financial freedom, but it's also going to give you the time freedom, the freedom to enjoy the money that you've made with the people that you love and to do the things that you want to do with the people that are most important to you, right? How many of you like that? Just say yes. You see, that was important to me. I started looking for that, and I found a second business model when I was about 24 years old that gave me that time freedom. And if you look at it, it looks just like the other one. Go figure. You put ads on Google, you send people over here to a website, and then you make money. The only difference in this equation and the other one is the website. You see, the other one I was selling parts, which meant I was physically having to ship parts to people. In this model, I was an affiliate, right? All I did was affiliate marketing. How many of you have heard of affiliate marketing? Just say yes if you have. Very good. So affiliate marketing meant I didn't have to ship anything. I was promoting someone else's product. In this case, I was promoting credit cards. I was actually an affiliate for all of the major banks, American Express, Chase, Savannah, Bank of America, all of them. So when you came to my website, okay, and you applied for a credit card from, say, American Express, they would pay me $200 to $250 a pop. I quickly built this business to over $250,000 a month. But the difference is I had time freedom. All of a sudden, I wasn't having to answer the telephone. I never had to talk to a customer. I simply placed these ads on Google, sent people to my website, sent them off to the bank, and got paid to do it. How many of you like that model? Just say yes. You see, I loved that model. And I got really excited. I'm not going to lie. I got really, really excited because I was making an insane amount of money. I mean, you can see here, my dad actually photocopied my checks. Now, it's bizarre because back then, we had no clue I was ever going to teach anybody how to do anything. My dad was just so proud that I'd had so much success, and he could not believe his eyes when checks like this started hitting our mailbox. You can see, actually, these are listed from 2006. When, a lot of people tell you, oh, okay, we can make money online. How many of them have been doing it since 2006? This is a long time ago. And I show you this because look at these numbers. $94,000, 101, 103, 152, 133,000, 147,000. That's just 6 months. Check this out. Here's the next 6 months. A full year of checks, well over $1 million, probably a couple $1,000,000 or close to it worth of revenue, because this is just one, okay? This is just one of our affiliate programs. Think about that. How many of you would change the way you live right now if you started making this kind of money? Just say yes. Because I want you to realize I'm showing you this to show you why this isn't important, right? All right, just say yes. How many of you would buy a new car, upgrade your house, go on a vacation, help people that you need that you know need help, put your kids through college, maybe put money away for retirement, all of the things that you would like to do in your life right now that you can't do because you're not making enough money? You would probably do those things if you started making this kind of money. All right, so here's the thing. I started doing the same thing. I started living like I was making $100,000 a month. I started living like this. I bought my brother a car. Then I brought him a second car. I bought my sister a car. I bought my dad a brand new truck. He still has it to this day. It was a Ford F-150 2006 truck. It's the only vehicle anybody's ever bought for my dad in his entire life. And I was able to buy it for him at 23, 24 years old. I started paying for it, and I paid for my parents' house. I started living the life that people would live when they make this kind of money, and guess what? One day I woke up to an email that literally changed my entire life, right? Changed my entire life. Let me show you, all right? You see, back in the day, Google was very simple. Basically, the more you paid, the higher up you showed on the page, which meant pretty simple. If I paid more to get a customer, I would show up at the very top, right? So if I paid 82 cents per click, my ad would be above yours. It was very simple. So for me, guess what I did? I built 10 websites. I paid more than everybody else, and my websites were the entire front page of Google for everything I was promoting. How many of you feel like that was smart? Just say yes. You see, I thought I had control of everything. I just pay more, and boom, I show up. Worked like a charm. Except for when Google decided to make a change. You see, one day Google sent me an email and they said, guess what, Anthony? We have this phenomenal new update. You're going to be so excited. You see, now you don't even have to pay more to be number one. You could actually be number one and be paying less than the person in number two slot. Because you know what? We're going to evaluate your website, and we're going to evaluate your ad, and we're going to rotate all these ads, and that way you can actually pay less for your traffic. Worst day of my life. Because I woke up and guess what? No longer was I number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was nowhere to be found. My ads were just rotating around all over space with Google, and all of a sudden I went from $200,000 a month to literally $10,000, $15,000 a month. And then it slowly just dwindled, and it dwindled away. How many of you think that would be pretty devastating? To overnight, we're not talking about like a slowdown. We're talking about they make a change on Friday, and on Saturday, your whole business model crumbles. Yeah. That's why it is so important for you to pay attention today. That is why it is so important for you to listen to what I'm about to share with you. Because what I want to do is I want to teach you how to have control. Who had control of my business? Tell me right now. Who controlled my business? You see, I thought I did. You're right. Google controlled my business. And let me tell you something. If Google controls your business, or Facebook, or Instagram, or Snapchat, or Yahoo, Bing, YouTube, if any of these big companies control your business, you are vulnerable. And vulnerability is not where you want to be in business. You want to be in control. How many of you want to be in control today? You're committed to learning today what I'm going to share with you to be in freaking control so that this cannot happen to you. It's not possible if you do what I teach you today. All right? I see lots of people. Well, let me show you. Listen. This was my website. This was my credit card website. I want you to take a look at it. Do you see in the very center there where it says join the newsletter? Does everybody see that? You all see that right there? It says join the newsletter? You see, I did not know what email marketing was. I had no clue what email marketing was when I did this. I was new. I didn't have somebody like me to teach me what this meant. A couple of years after I shut this website down because it didn't show up on Google anymore, I realized I had over 300,000 people that had put their email address into that box on this one site. And guess what? On this site over here, my Mustang site, I had the same thing. I had over 50 or 60,000 people that had put their email addresses into that site. Now, I was never able to send them an email. Never. Because I didn't realize this till many years later. But how many of you realize that I would have made millions and millions and millions of dollars if I had been emailing those lists? Just say yes. Can you imagine 300,000 people all opting in to get credit card reports, and literally I make $200 every time they get a credit card? You see, I made a mistake by not knowing how powerful an email list really is, because if I had that email list, I would still be making money from those websites today, and there's nothing Google could do about it. How many of you feel like an email list is something you want in your business right now? I'm not telling you to change your business if you're currently in a business, if you're doing e-commerce, if you're doing affiliate marketing, if you're launching your own products, if you're in local marketing, great. But build an email list while you do it. And if you don't have a business right now, then you need one, and I'll show you how to start one and start it the right way. Because on this webinar, I'm going to show you how I've created one of the most responsive lists on the planet. And I'm going to show you the software that I use to get there, because it's pretty crazy, okay? Look, you can be an email marketer. You can cash in on being successful by sending simple emails, as long as, remember these two things now, you need guaranteed real email addresses. Okay? Write that down. You need guaranteed real email addresses in order to be able to scale this business and have true success, okay? So there is a success formula. I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds hard, but it's not. You can do it with 3 simple steps, and here's the 3 simple steps. All right, step number 1, I want you to write these down. This is very, very important. Step number 1 is build. Step number 2 is send. Step number 3 is profit. Okay, build, send, profit. These are very, very important things. Let's go over them. Step number 1 is building your list. Step number 2 is sending an email. How many of you feel like you could send an email? If you had a big email list, you could write something and send it. Just say yes if you feel like you could probably do that. I see lots of people saying yes. How many of you feel like you could find a way to profit? You could put an affiliate link in there, put an e-commerce link in there. Say yes? Okay. How many of you feel like building your email list is the hard part? Type the number 1 in if you feel like building your email list is the hard part. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of 1s coming in. You see, building your email list is the hard part. In fact, I won't lie to you. I won't sugarcoat this like everybody else does and say, click, 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 boom, email list. No, we don't do that kind of stuff. You want to be successful? You want to have a real business online? You've got to learn how to do the things that successful people do. Be in the trenches. You've got to learn the right way, not the wrong way. You've got to learn that there is work to be done. In fact, building an email list, I oftentimes look at it like this. It's like pushing a ball up a hill. And I put the word hard work in that ball for a reason, because I want you to realize that it's not a cakewalk. It's not pressing a couple of buttons and boom, you make millions of dollars. If you're looking for that, let me just be the one to clear the air for you. It doesn't exist. Even though you might get all these emails every day talking about how easy this system is and that system and click this button, it doesn't exist. Okay? Building a business online is hard work. It's like pushing a ball up a hill. And literally, it's like a gravel under your feet. And sometimes you just feel like you just can't get the ball to the top of the hill because the rocks under your feet just keep falling away. But let me tell you something about an email business that does not exist with any other business. Do you see the point at the top of the hill? Does everybody see the point, right? Say yes if you see the point. I got a big white arrow there for you. You see, I call that the tipping point. You see, that's when you've got your email list built. And the ball is at the top of the hill. All right, and it's just kind of swaying back and forth. All right, and it's just waiting. It's waiting for you to send your first email. And let me tell you something. When you reach this tipping point, all the way down the right side, all the way down that hill, you have something on your side that no other business has, and it's called momentum. Let me explain how this works. You see, once you've got your email list and you're kind of at the tipping point, and you go in and you say, oh, I don't know if I could send an email, and you send one, right? And all of a sudden you send an email and you get results. People open it. People click. Maybe you make a few dollars. You get excited. You're thrilled. You're thinking to yourself, I did it. People told me I couldn't do it, but I actually did it. I was successful. And what do we like to do when we're successful at something? Can somebody tell me? Put it in the chat box. What do we do when we're good at things? That's right. That's right. We continue doing them. We repeat them, right? If we're good at something, we do it more often. So I can only imagine that if you do well and you send your first email, you're going to send a second one. And guess what? When you send a second one, you're going to do even better than the first time. And the third time, you're going to do better than the first two times. And by the fourth or the fifth time, you've made a little bit of money. Guess what? You're going to be so freaking excited. You're going to start to learn more. You're going to be learning more about email marketing because now you are an email marketer. You're not trying to be an email marketer. And look, it's literally like a ball rolling down a hill. It just gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster because you're having more and more and more and more and more success, and it creates this momentum that can't be stopped even if you try. How many of you want momentum on your side? Just say yes if you do. Right? I see lots and lots of people. You want momentum on your side, and you get it as an email marketer. But there are a few things that you've got to do right the first time so that we can literally build your business the right way the first time, okay? So let's get into the training on how we can get this ball up the hill the right way. Quality matters, size doesn't. Don't listen to other people. The list quality is what matters. You've got to have a high-quality list in order to earn more money. I've got friends that literally have huge email list, million people, and they make $100 a day. I've got friends that have 100,000 subscribers, and they make literally $1 million in a month. What would you rather have? The smaller list that makes more money, or the larger list that makes less money? That's right, of course, the smaller list, because it's a higher quality list. So quit worrying about how big is my list, and start worrying about the quality of your list. That's where the money is, okay? And that's what most people won't teach you. In fact, take a look at this. This is one of the first emails I ever sent out. I made $11,816.60. You can actually see it was back in 2012, right? So a good 6 years after I first started my little affiliate marketing business there, as you can see, it took me that long to come around as an email marketer. But look at the dates. You can see my first revenue was made on February 23rd. If you look right here, you'll see again, down here at the bottom, my account was started, and you can see that on February 22nd, I had no money, but on February 23rd is when I started to make my first money as an email marketer. I want you to look at this. Here is the email that I sent to make that $11,816.60. Look up here. You can see where it says February 23rd, 2012. I actually sent it at 7 o'clock at night, which is not even good. That's terrible. But I didn't know any better. I was just learning. And you can see that I sent this email to less than 10,000 people. Less than 10,000 people, but made almost $12,000. How many of you realize now quality matters? Because I didn't have a big email list, 10,000 people. But I made $12,000 in one single email. That's not a full month. Everybody, I want you to pay attention. That's not a full month. That's one email. I believe, if I can recall correctly, don't hold me to this, but I did somewhere around $30,000 or $40,000 the first month with this 10,000 person email list. And I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't have anybody teaching me how to do it, right? Look, that came down to I made about $26 every time somebody clicked on the links in my email. Now look, most email marketers say that you should earn about $1 per subscriber per month. What that means is, I don't disagree with this. What that means is if you have, say, 1,000 people on your email list, you should be trying to make $1,000 every month. So every time you gain an email subscriber, you should look at that as that person or that subscriber is worth $1 every single month to you. Does everybody understand that? Just say yes if you do. I truly believe, even though this is taught kind of universally, I believe that you can earn more if you do what I'm telling you to do instead of what everybody else just kind of skips over. And if you look, I earned way more. I earned over $1 per subscriber with one send, right? I ended up making, I think, $4 or $5 per subscriber that month and continued on, right? So it's all about knowing how to build your list. Now, let's talk about something. Where is the traffic online? Did you know that most people are actually using their mobile phones to get on the internet? Did you guys know that? In fact, 60% of all the traffic on the internet is now coming from a mobile device. All right? And it's projected to eclipse 75% by 2019. So what that means is, again, you remember back when I told you we have to optimize, we have to adjust, we have to know what we're doing. Well, guess what? We've got to know, and we've got to optimize our business to the fact that there's a lot of people online on a mobile phone. In fact, take a look at these stats because they're staggering. All right? Mobile now makes up the majority of emails opened. 51% of all emails opened every day are opened on a mobile device. So if you're sending emails, do you think that it's important to know this statistic? Yes or no? That's right. It's very, very important to know this statistic. You have to know that the majority of people are actually on a phone checking their email. In fact, take a look at this. This will blow your mind. 68% of all Gmail and Yahoo users are actually opening their email on a mobile phone. 68% of the two largest free email marketing services on the planet are opening their emails on mobile phones. You think this is an important stat to know? Yeah, that's a huge stat right there, right? Huge. Again, remembering, plan for success, optimize your business. Look at this. If you're doing e-commerce, did you know that 7 out of 10 shoppers are likely to make a purchase on a mobile phone because of an email that they got on their phone? How many people we got in here doing e-commerce? Just say yes if you're doing e-commerce. Okay? Very good. I see lots of yeses. This is a stat you need to know. You need to know that if you can reach people on these mobile devices, 7 out of 10 people are making a buying decision because of an email that they got. You need to be doing it. Check this out. Now this stat, I'm going to break this down for you, okay, because it's super important, but I want you to just focus. All right. 23% of the time when somebody opens an email on their phone, they open it more than once. Meaning they'll open it one time, and then they'll turn around and they'll open it again 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, day later, whatever. So 23% of the time. Now, here's what's important about this. 65% of the time, if a person opens an email more than once, they are 65% more likely to click on the links in the email. So meaning, if you get a lot of people that are opening your emails multiple times, they're 65% more likely to take action on those emails. And let's be honest, you don't make any money unless you get a click, unless somebody opens the email and clicks. How many of you feel like this is an important stat? Do you realize that on mobile devices, you are going to make more money when you send emails because the people have a propensity to open more and click more? That's what this means, right? In fact, that's what this stat right here shows. The value of an email subscriber, if you have the email address that is in their cell phone, is roughly double that of an email subscriber who checks their email on their desktop computer. Double. Everybody pay attention to that. If you can get the email address that I have stored right here in my little phone, it's worth twice as much money to you as my email address that I check on my desktop computer. Big time statistics that you need to know if you want to have massive success. All right? And here's the thing. We're not fishing in a small pond. All right? I mean, look, mobile email users are expected to eclipse over 2.2 billion. 2.2 billion. That's 80% of all email users are going to be checking their emails on a mobile phone within the next few years. How many of you feel like if you want to build an email marketing business, or if you want to build an email list to support your existing e-commerce, local marketing, product launch, book, whatever business, that you need to know this right now, and you need to be building an email list that is comprised of email addresses right here in people's mobile phones? That's right. I see a lot of people saying yes. Well, why does this even matter? Like I said, quality is the key. And if most of the traffic online is now on a mobile device, then that means that you need to figure out how do you optimize for that. In fact, take a look. How many of you have seen one of these little forms before? Just say yes in the chat box if you've seen one of these before. Okay. Lots and lots of people saying yes. Now, this is just a standard opt-in form. This is how people get your email address. Seems fairly simple, right? You put your email address in the little box, you hit submit, and you've opted into somebody's list. Now, let me ask you something, okay? We're going to take a vote here, so participation is required. Type the number 1 in the chat box if you have ever put a fake email address into one of these boxes. You just wanted to see if you could get the free something without giving your email address. Just type it. It's okay. I'm not getting mad at you. You guys obviously have given up your free email address, real email address, you wouldn't be on this webinar, so just type the number 1. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of ones from people that have put in fake information. Now, maybe you feel bad about putting fake information in, so type the number 2 in if you've got kind of a secondary email address that you put in these boxes. Meaning it's not fake, it's real, but you never check it other than to get the free stuff that you're putting it in for. Just say yes. Just type the number 2. I see lots and lots of people. All right. I see lots and lots and keep it 100. I gotcha. All right. Type the number 3 if you've ever been victim of a typo. You actually were trying to put the right email address in here. But then all of a sudden autocorrect screwed it up, or you're on your phone, you got your fingers, and you're trying to get the free something, and you type it wrong, and you send it, and you gave them the wrong email address. Type number 3. All right? Now, I want you to think about something real fast. I just gave you the 3 reasons that most every email marketer fails. Think about that. Take a second. You see, you can't make any money if you're sending emails to fake email addresses. You can't make any money if you're sending it to email addresses that people don't check. You can't make any money if you're sending emails to typo email addresses that never get to people. In fact, in this scenario, who actually has control of your business as an email marketer? Because, you know, I've been telling you, email marketers control your own business. But who actually controls your business? Think about it. Who really controls it? That's right. The customers do. Because if the customers don't give you a real email address, you have a crappy business. And you can't make them give you a real email address. So therefore, they have all the control. How many of you hate the fact that even as an email marketer, somebody else has control of your business? And in fact, most everybody is putting in bad information to build, into these email boxes, right? They're not putting in their real email address. I see a lot of people saying yes. So, what if I told you that right now I have a way to guarantee you 100% of the time that you will never get a typo, a secondary email address, or a fake email address ever on your list? What if I could guarantee you 100% of the time that you would actually get the email address right out of this user's phone? In fact, that guy right there holding that phone, 100% of the time, I could get you the email address right out of the phone. 100%. No more typos, no more fake email addresses, no more loss of control. What if I could legitimately give you true control over your business? How would you feel? Would that be something that you are interested in, yes or no? I just want to see, is that a game changer? Is that something that you feel like gives you the ability to have success finally? Because you're always pushing that ball up the hill, and it's tough. And you know why it's so freaking tough? Because you're fighting the customers. You're fighting fake email addresses and typos and all of this stuff. But if all of that stuff goes away and you get a real email address all the time, getting that ball up that hill, a whole lot easier, right? Well, let me show you. All this stuff that happens right here, which sucks so bad, I have fixed. And I have fixed it because of these stats right here. You see, when I built my email list the other way, these were my stats. Please be my guest. Take a look. They suck. If you look, I sent 131,000 emails. And I literally got 600 people to open it and 74 people to click it. How many of you feel like that's pretty terrible? Just say yes, and it's okay to say yes because it is terrible. When I started out, I wanted to pull my hair out because I had one of those big email lists that I was telling you about earlier, but it sucked. Less than 1% of my list would even open my emails. Okay? 131,000 people on my list. And when we started going through it, we found why this was so bad. Fake email addresses, typos, addresses that had never opened an email in their life, and they were all on my list, right? So I figured I need control. I got to fix this, and I fixed it. I fixed it using something that we call MobileOptin. If you check out these pages right here, I want you to stop for a second, and I want you to look at this. What is missing from these opt-in pages? These pages get your email address, but what's not on them? What's not on these pages that you need to have to get somebody's email address to put in the chat box? That's right. There's no place for the user to type their email address. There's no text field. The user doesn't type anything. In fact, with the technology that we built, watch this, all you have to do is simply click on one of these big boxes right here. It says click here to send an email. When you click that button, when a user clicks that button on our page, we instantly get their email address right out of their cell phone, and we opt it into your email list. Doesn't matter if it's GetResponse, Aweber, MailChimp, whatever email system you use, we opt their email address and their name right out of their cell phone or their iPod or iPad, whatever it is, right out of their mobile device instantly. They never type anything. They can't give you a fake email address. They can't give you anything because you're pulling it right out of their phone. How many of you feel like this is a better way? Just say yes if you feel like this is a better way. We've been using this for years. All right, we've been using this for years. And it has changed the way our business works. Getting the ball up the hill isn't so hard anymore because we take all the control. We don't allow the users to have control anymore. We have control, and we get exactly what we want, exactly how we want it, with nobody stopping us. Let me show you what happens when you use this. We literally have had over 50% open rates, which means when we send an email, we've had open rates where over half the people actually open the email. We've had 100% success, meaning when we do a campaign like this, 100% of the time, it has been successful. All right? We've generated tons of revenue, but let me just show you real fast what I'm talking about. Check this out. Look at this. I sent 38,000 emails here. And on 38,000 emails, I got 21,700 opens. I got 10,437 clicks. Guys, pay attention to this. That's almost a 60% open rate. My other email list that I built the other way had less than 1%, barely 0.5%. This, almost 60%. And look at the click-through rate, 27.76%. How many of you feel like you could make some money if you were getting 10,000 clicks off of sending one email? Just say yes. Just curious if you realize how much money that really is. On a lot of affiliate offers and e-commerce offers, you can make anywhere from $1 to $3 a click. So think about that. That's one email, right? Way over, I don't know, some people say if I can make $1,500 on one email that I sent, I would be happy. In fact, how many of you would be happy if you make $1,500 sending one email? Just say yes. Okay, that would mean legitimately now, okay, for this particular email to make $1,500 when you've got 10,437 clicks, you would only have to earn about, I think, 6 cents per email, somewhere around there. I mean, it would literally be like almost, that would be about 12 cents or 12 cents a click. That's crazy, right? We earn $1, $2, $3 a click. Look at this. And I don't just do this one time, right? Look at this. Here's where I sent 201,000 emails. And I got 95,000 opens and 56,000 clicks. Guys, that's almost a 50% open rate. Consistently. A lot of people will show you stats that are good, but they've sent 100 emails. Anybody can fake that. You can't fake 200,000 emails. Look at that. That's 200,000 emails. And look at the top. You see where it says mobile? Everybody see where it says mobile? The reason it says mobile is we started building mobile lists using these new landing pages, using our new mobile opt-in system, and we were tracking the results. And look at the results. You can see it was pretty phenomenal, right? 48% open rates. Check this out. And again, 28% click-through rate. Look at this one. Here's another one. Sent 105,000 emails, 50% open rate, 29,000 clicks. Are you starting to catch on that if you build your email list the right way, you can make a fortune from it, right? Exactly. There's a ton of money to be made as an email marketer, but it's all about getting the email address the right way, right? It's all about getting the email address the right way. And look, I've even got another one for you. I could go through these for days, right? We're talking 7- and 8-figure months sending emails from literally email addresses that are all real. And that's what's so important about this, right? 43,000 opens, 26,000 clicks. But look at this click-through rate. Okay, this is what I want you to pay close attention to. Do you see where it says? Right here, 29% click-through rate? Did everybody see that? Just say yes in the chat box if you see that. All right. Look, it's one thing to get people to open your email. It's another thing to get them to click. How am I getting these people to click at such a high rate, right? Think about that for a second, because I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. It's completely different than anything you've ever seen before. So I want you to pay very close attention, because I think you're going to see why this works so well, because we've changed the game on email marketing, and we've made it so that you get the clicks to make the money, which is what's so important. So I've got a question for you guys. How many of you would like to see a demo of our mobile opt-in software right now? If you'd like to see a demo, literally watch me build a campaign live. Just go ahead and tell me real fast that you would like to see the demo, and if you would, I see lots, because I don't always do a demo, because I explained everything, but it looks like a ton of people would like to see a demo. Okay, how many of you are enjoying the presentation so far? Give me a 1 through 10 real fast. 1 through 10. Let me see how I'm doing, because I'm hoping that I'm doing well, explaining a lot, teaching a lot, motivating you, of course. I got a 1 from Janet. Hopefully that was a typo. I see, there we go. Janet came back with a 10. And I see lots and lots of 10s. So a lot of people are saying you've learned an awful lot. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Let's jump in to a demo here real fast. What I'll do is I'll just kind of close that down. And what I'm going to do is bring up mobile opt-in. Now, what you're going to see right here on your screen, okay? Super important. All right, what this is right here, so just pay attention to this big blue thing moving around the screen. This is a phone simulator. So this is kind of like a software on my computer that simulates what it would look like on a mobile phone. So as you can see, we've built this little landing page here, and it's very basic for our demo, obviously. You can scroll down. It says, get your free report today. And then as you scroll down, this says, we're excited to announce our limited time free report showing you exactly how experts train their dog to be their perfect companion. If you're struggling with unwanted barking and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, click here to get your free report. Now, first of all, does everybody see how simple this landing page is where we're asking for their email address? Just say yes if you see the simplicity in this. It's not complicated. People overcomplicate things. I've been using this for years, and it works really well if you do it this way, okay? All right, so watch what happens. A person sees this. They want their free report on how to train their dog. So they click this little red button right here. Remember, they don't enter anything. They click this red button. Watch what happens, because this is where things get really crazy. So watch this. It instantly opens up the email client on the user's phone. Does everybody see that? Did you see how the email client came up on the user's phone? See that? Now, inside of here, okay, it's pre-filled. The subject says, please my free report. The email itself says, hey, please send me the free report on training my dog, like the experts do. All right, I'm so ready to have my pet trained properly. Thanks in advance. Now, when the user sends this email, okay, when they press the send button, our software automatically gets their name and their email address from their phone, and it will take it and opt it into any of your email accounts. So GetResponse, Aweber, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, all of those different ones. We will take that email address and opt it right into your account. User never has to type anything. First of all, how many of you think that's next level epic? Just say yes. You can even say epic, right? Doesn't matter what the deal is. Now, I want you to think really hard for me, okay? First of all, when you're on a mobile phone, you want it simple. All the user has to do is tap, tap. They tap the button and tap send and they're done, right? But I want you to think about something real fast. All right? Guys, remember I told you I had a 29% click-through rate on my emails. Why do you think I had such a high amount of people actually click on the emails when I send them to them? Just curious. All right? Some people want to know. All right. Let me explain why. In every other scenario, okay, when you build your email list, a user has to actually type in their email address and give it to you. And then you send them an email. So who is the first person to send out an email in the normal scenario? Just put it in the chat box. Who is the first person to send an email? It's you, right? So if you are collecting email addresses, you send the first email. But not in this scenario. Look what's happening. We are actually making the user send us an email. So when they get your autoresponder back to them, they feel like you are responding to them. This changes the psychology of the entire process because now you're whitelisted in their email box because guess what? They sent you an email. So now your emails hit their inbox. Number two, you've got their real email address. Number three, you've got the email address right out of their cell phone. You have their real and their best email address. And number four, they feel like you're communicating with them because they sent you an email and you replied to it, not the other way around. Do you guys see where the psychology of this changes the whole process? This is why it works so well. Right? This is why we've been able to build multi-million-dollar businesses off of this technology because this is bulletproof because of every single step in the process you control. Now, something that I want to tell you. It's great to get the email address, but I want you to understand something. Think about this. You know how sometimes when you opt into something, it redirects you on somewhere? Has everybody ever done that? Like you opt into an email list and then it automatically redirects you? Yeah? Okay, well, think about it. We're in their email box. So we can't necessarily redirect them anywhere because we're not on a web page anymore. We're in their email box. So technically that means we would lose a way to make a profit right now. When we build our email list. We want to make a profit instantly, but that's kind of tough. For years, I built my email list using this same software and never was able to control what the user saw after they sent this email. However, I can now do that and so can you. What that means is you can control the user's phone. After they send this email, the one that you see right here, or even if they don't send it, let's just say they hit the cancel button up here and they say, no, I'm not going to opt into your email list. You can actually still control their cell phone. Would you like to see me do that real fast? Just say yes if you would. Now, since this was building a list for people that were interested in dog training, what I told the software to do was, after somebody sends this email, or even if they don't send it, what I would like for it to do is send them through my affiliate link to a dog training product from ClickBank that I earn a commission on. Watch this. If this were a user on the internet, okay, and they went to my page, and let's just say they canceled it and they don't even send the email because they're not going to opt in. Watch what they see. Check this out. Do you see where it says dog training tutor on their phone? They can't get away from it. Because literally, we are bringing up the web page and redirecting it over to your affiliate link or any link you want, and there's nothing they can do about it. You are guaranteed that when somebody clicks on that button, that they are going to see whatever web page you want them to see after they opt into your email list. It can be your e-commerce page. It could be a client's page. It could be your own blog. It could be an affiliate link so you make a profit. It could be your Amazon store. It could be anything. You have full control. How many of you like this so far? Just say yes. In fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think this technology is in your business? That's what I want to know. I see a lot of 12s. All right, very good. So I see a lot of people saying yes. Let me show you some other really quick examples of what these sites look like, okay? So I built a few in here that I want you to see. All right, so we have the dog training one, which I just showed you. Let's just say you're doing e-commerce, okay? If you're doing e-commerce, let me show you one where I built this out for e-commerce, okay? So check this out. So this is one for e-commerce. So you'll see if you've got an e-commerce store, let's say you're doing free plus shipping. You can see this says first FD, last out, so first in, first out. This is for like a fire department type thing. It says fire extinguisher jet lighter, just pay shipping. And we've got the little image of the fire extinguisher here that you can get for free. And then it says press here now to request your free lighter, right? And then we've got a little countdown timer going down here, which will show you how to build. We've got some really cool stuff in here. So watch. You can press this button. When you press it, it opens up an email that basically says to send an email to request your the free fire extinguisher lighter. Watch this. If you cancel this out, boom, you're now on the Shopify store for this. How many of you like that if you use Shopify? That's right. You can now use this to build your list, promote your Shopify store, and increase your profits because you've built an incredibly great list. This is insane for e-commerce, for Amazon, for Shopify, for anything like that. Works great. If you're doing CPA marketing, affiliate marketing, any kind of affiliate marketing, it works just like the dog training one did, right? And then, of course, let's say you do local marketing. Do any of you do local marketing, like marketing for local businesses? I'm going to show you one real fast that we do. One of these that we did for a company here. You can go in and actually build them these campaigns inside of MobileOptin. So check it out. Here's one for Beagle Bagel, 10% off of your lunch, right? You click this button, you opt into their list, we redirect you to their website. We can literally charge this local business a monthly fee to build them this site, and we host it for them all right here inside of MobileOptin. How many of you would like to maybe add that as an income stream? Because the cool thing is, it takes like 5 seconds to build this. You can build it, walk into the local business, show them what you've got, and say, hey, would you like it or not? Pretty simple. They freak out. And then you could charge them 20 bucks a month, 50 bucks a month. Imagine how much money you could make when you aren't paying anything, right, to be able to do it. So really, really awesome stuff. Now, how many of you would like to see me build a campaign from scratch so you could see exactly how to do it? Anybody? I've shown you some examples. All right, lots of people. All right, I'm going to take just a second, and I'm going to build you a campaign from scratch and show you exactly how it's done. It's actually really, really simple and very awesome, okay? All right, so we click here. We put in our campaign name. I might try to see if I can't zoom in just a bit. No, we have to go out one. All right, so this is about as big as I can get it right here. All right, so going from scratch. Here we go. We'll do Anthony Demo. All right, and we click create. Now, what's going to happen is our software is going to pull up this blank little page right here. Now, what is so cool about this is actually, forgive me, I get so excited, my throat starts to hurt because I'll yell this stuff. I love this. Now, there are multiple ways that you can use our builder, all right? This is version 2.0 of our MobileOptin software. It gives you full control over everything that you're doing. So I'm going to show you the 3 ways. Way number 1, you click over here on templates, and when you click on templates, you can scroll down and you can see all of these pre-built templates. So let's just say that you want to look at one. You can click on preview. When you preview them, you can see what they look like. You, of course, can edit any of these once you've built them out. So it's not like it's really hard, but you can go through all these templates right here that we actually have our designer building. And our designer, by the way, is thousands of dollars a month, and he's in here building templates that you can use. How many of you like that? Just say yes if you like that. pre-built templates, super simple. You can use them, not hard, and they don't cost you anything, right? Okay, so let's just say that you like one. All right, let's say you like one of these. Click select. When you select it, look at this. It instantly loads it for you. Look at this. That template is ready for you to use. Now all you have to do is change the words. So this says, get our free report now. It's your road to freedom. Maybe you like this, but you want it bolded and italicized. You can do that. And then it says, just click the button below. Then this is a place for a video. If you want to embed like a YouTube video, you can click this little button right here and put your YouTube video code in here. But let's just say that you love this template, but you don't want to put a video on here. Watch this. Just click this little button here, and you can actually trash the video block, and look at that. Now, there's no video to be used, right? All right, how many of you see how simple that is? Just say yes. You can take our pre-built templates and customize them, all right, to fit you and what you want. You can change this image. You can change anything. All right, very simple. But let's completely trash all of this, all right? Let's get out of the whole thing, and let's do another one. Let's see if I can get rid of everything. All right, here's the second way that you can build this. All you do is you drag this little container over here, because that basically lets you start building a page. Watch this. You click this little gear, and then do you see all these you see all these things over here that says dog training, dating, education, finance, food, golf, green energy, internet marketing. Everybody see that? These are templates for all different niches. There's over 400 of them in here for all different niche-specific things: personal development, real estate, religion, travel, weight loss. They're all already built in here, right? Auto insurance. In fact, a lot of people like patriotic stuff right now, like American stuff. Check this out. Watch this. I can pick any of these templates that I have in here, and I can load them. Look, maybe I like this American flag. Watch this. Boom. Look at this. I've now got a template with the American flag literally as my page. And it's simple, simple, simple to make it say what you want it to say. Watch this. I can drag my little headline over, and I can say, this web page was built in just a few seconds, right? Can do just like that. Boom. I've now got a text box on here. I can bring over an image, right? All right, look at this. Now, of course, I've got some images saved on here. You could have any images. You can upload your own. Watch this. You can put an image in. Check this out. You know how images always look weird? Watch this. You can drag it, drop it, make it whatever size you want. You have full control over it. Look at that, right? So you can put an image. You literally have an advantage that nobody else has because you can do anything. Watch this. Maybe you want to add a countdown timer. All of you know countdown timers help you convert, right? Just say yes. It helps your pages create more urgency. Yes? Watch this. Countdown timers, you know how you normally have to pay people to do that stuff and it takes a long time? Watch this. Drag it, drop it, click it, all right? Choose a date you want to count down to. This just starts at random days. We can pick anything here. Look at this. Colors. What color do you want the text? Pink, purple, blue. All you do is just drag and drop. Look. Look at that. Styles. Maybe you want to circle around them like this. Maybe you want them to be, let's see, small or large. You can make them different sizes. Look at that. Takes 2 seconds. We're not talking about rocket science. We're talking about simple, right? Look at this. Maybe you want it to be bolded. See how I bolded those? And then we save. And look at that. Now we've got a countdown timer counting down to the time where basically this free giveaway is over. Then you need that button. Remember that super epic button that's going to make sure that when people click it, you get their email address? Everybody remember that? Just say yes. All right, we all remember that button? That button is built in here. Look. All you do is you take this mail to box. You see this little element over here? And watch this. You just drop it right here, and then you click on it. You can change the color of the text. All right, so we'll make this, I'm not very good at design. It's probably going to look ugly. All right, choose the background color for it. Right, so maybe we'll make the background color black. Then we make the text. So we can say, click here to send us an email for your free gift. All right? Put that in there and look. See how it shows us that? Then we can change the size of the text. We'll make the text really big. Everybody see that? Everybody follow me. How many of you feel like this is easy so far? Just say yes. This is not hard. This takes like 2 seconds. Look at this. We can change the style of our button. Watch this. We can make it square. See how it squares it off? We can make it a pill shape. Right? So we can make it look how we want. We can make a dotted border. Look at that. We can make a dashed border. We can make a grooved border. Okay? You can make whatever kind of border you want. I'm going to go with the dashed border. All right? Then we can put the icons beside it. Watch this. Something like that, where we can tell it basically click here. So check this. We'll save it, and look at that. We've now got our button here where we're telling people to send a free gift to us. All right? How many of you feel like you could build a really awesome mobile opt-in page to collect email addresses using this builder, either using our pre-built templates or using our pre-built designs, right? There's over 400 that are in here for you. And of course we have tutorials. I'll show you all those in just a second to walk you through exactly how to do it. In fact, every single little button over here, you see these little question mark buttons here? When you click them, it brings up a video that tells you how to use it, how to use that specific thing. So if there's anything that you don't know how to use, you click the little question mark and it tells you how to use it. You can't get any much easier than that, right? All right, now, the second thing you've got to do is go right here to campaign settings. All right, couple of things that I want you to be aware of. Well, let's just go to your variation settings here. All right, we'll name this template. So we're just going to name this template 1. All right, now, how many of you use GetResponse? Just say yes if you use GetResponse for your email autoresponder. All right, I see lots of yeses. What about Aweber? Type the word yes. What about MailChimp? Type the word yes. Okay, what about ActiveCampaign? Type the word yes. GVO? Type the word yes. All right, SendLane? Type the word yes. All of your autoresponders can be connected to your mobile opt-in account. SendLane, all kinds of stuff. So watch this. Once you've connected them, you'll see a list of them in here. Do you see where it says like Anthony's GetResponse account and Anthony's SendLane account and all that? Does everybody see that? Just say yes. Awesome. Look. All you got to do is select your account, like here's my GetResponse account. It'll automatically bring me a list of all of the email lists in my account. And I just select the list that I want the software to put the subscribers in. Pretty simple. Watch this. I'll select Destin, Florida mobile app downloads. When I do this, what I just told MobileOptin is that when people click this button over here, I want them to put people into this email list inside of that GetResponse account. Does everybody understand that? Just say yes. It literally is that simple. It's all connected with your accounts. There's no coding, no trying to figure it out, no copying and pasting nonsense and all that stuff. It literally just shows up there because we've integrated with everybody. Now, remember I told you you could put a website address in where you control people's phone after they click the button. Everybody say yes if you remember that. All right. I see lots and lots of yeses. Perfect. Okay. This is where you put that website address in. Watch this. We'll put in Google. All right, for this one. All right, just because I'm going to show you as an example. Then you'll see where it says subject and email body. This is where you control what that email says when the user clicks the button. So it opens up the email client on their phone and you get to control what it says. So watch what I type. I might type something like this. Send my free lighter. Hey, thanks so much for the free lighter offer. Please send mine right away. Thanks again. All right, so I type this email. This is what's going to show up on their phone. Watch what we do. We go back, we hit save. It saved our campaign. Now, all I've got to do is go to my campaign list. All right, I'm going to go down here to page 4 because I got a lot of testing done in here. All right, do you see where it says Anthony Demo right here? All right, the great thing about MobileOptin, we host everything for you, which means you don't have to pay for any hosting. Check this out. You click on this little hosted URL, and then let's just type this website address in and see what happens. And as if by magic, there we go. A countdown timer type already counting down. Our button is loaded. Within just a few minutes, we built our very own lead capture form in MobileOptin that is guaranteed to get better results than anything else on the planet. How many of you feel like you could do that? How many of you feel like you could give yourself permission to make a few mistakes, but to get this done so that you can build the foundation, to get the ball up the hill, to get the momentum, to have your business rocking? Just say yes if that's you, right? I feel like that's everybody because we made this super simple. We actually released this back a while ago, and it had incredible results, but it did not have an epic builder like this. You can now put countdown timers, videos, all kinds of elements and things right into your page. Click, click, click. Takes 2 seconds. And watch this. When you click this button right here, watch what happens. It's going to open up the email. As you can see, it says, send me my free lighter. Thanks so much for the free lighter offer. Send mine right now. Thank you. It says exactly what we told it to say. Now, when they send the email or they cancel, where are they going to go? Somebody put it in the chat box. Where are they going to go? That's right, Google, because that's where we told them. Let's check it out and see if it worked. Boom. We're on Google. It's that simple, right? You can't even beat that. It's so simple. This right here, this is a profit page. This is where you put your thank you page. This is where you send them to an affiliate offer. This is where you make money while you build your list. You don't just build your list and then make money from it. We're going to profit while we build our list. My goal is to have no cost in building my list because I'm making money the whole time I'm doing it, right? Now check this out. One more thing I want to show you because I'm real big into split testing. Okay, so let me show you something. All right, let's edit this real fast. Now, does everybody see that we have this page built, and you see where it says template 1 right here? Okay, watch closely. You know how sometimes you want to split test, you want to maybe have different variations, and maybe all you want to do is change the color of the text to see if one color does better than the other. You wouldn't really want to have to rebuild this whole thing from scratch, would you? That seems time-consuming, right? It's time-consuming. Up until now, you had to rebuild them. But we've built in a clone button. Check this out. You see this little button right here? It says clone. Watch what happens. I click it. All of a sudden, I have a second variation of my offer. Look at this. I'm on this variation. So now I'll type in that this is template 2. Okay, you see that? I'm at template 2. And then watch what I can do. I can go in here and I can save it. Now I can change, maybe I just want to change the color of the text. So maybe I want some red text like that. All right? Save that. And then look over here. Do you see where it says template 1, 100%, template 2, 0%? Everybody see that? All right. What you'll want to do is you can split test your templates by putting in like 50-50, if you will. When you do this, MobileOptin has a built-in split testing feature. What that means is that now 50% of the time when I go to this website address, I'm going to see the green. 50% I'm going to see the red. Watch this. If we refresh it like this, and it's refreshing, we've got green. All right, and then of course, oftentimes on the little simulator, I have to sit here and refresh 150 times in order to get it to actually refresh. So it probably isn't actually refreshing. But on your screen, if you were going to this, it would flip-flop from green to red, green to red, green to red, green to red, because it's split testing 50% of the time. It's sending people to one of the other variations. Does that make sense, everybody? So now you can split test your campaigns. You can test totally different variations, or you can test cloned, right? So you can make them look totally different, or you can make them look just the same and only make a couple of small tweaks. How many of you like split testing? Just say yes. Now, I got to be honest with you. Split testing is great, But there's a couple of other things that I think are a little better. Check this out. Enable optimization. Here's what this will do. We will literally optimize for you, meaning let's say that you've got 2 or 3 variations running and you're asleep at night, but one of them is doing way better than the other one. Instead of you having to wait until tomorrow waking up and looking at this, if you turn this on, we can automatically optimize this for you. What that means is MobileOptin will watch your results. And based off of what I would do to those results, it's learned how I optimize mine. It will go in and it'll say, you know what, template 2 is not converting. And it'll put it at 0 and it'll disable it. It'll literally say, you know what, no more traffic for template 2 because it's not doing well. How many of you like the fact that we will automatically optimize for you? Just say yes. It's literally like having me sitting there doing it for you, because it's doing it the same way I would do my campaigns. Like I said, I've been using this a long time, so I've been able to teach the system to do things the way that I would do them, right? So it's like having me optimize for you. We can also do retargeting. If you've got a Facebook retargeting pixel or anything like that, you can go in here and you can set the retargeting pixel. Now, another thing that's really important, if you are promoting your MobileOptin URL, what happens if somebody clicks on it from a desktop computer? It's not really optimized for desktop computers, all right? But if you put in a URL right here for a desktop computer, if somebody comes to your MobileOptin page and they're on a desktop computer, it will just automatically redirect them to your other page. So if you're using another type of software that builds, landing pages for desktop computers, you can instantly just redirect people. If they're on a desktop computer, there's no reason for them to even see MobileOptin. You just send them on to your desktop computer screen. Does that make sense? Everybody like that? That's a brand new feature. So what that means is that now I can take this URL. All right, let's go back to it real fast. All right, so watch real quick. I'm going to try to do this super, super fast, okay? All right, so this URL right here, all right, if I were to put this in on my computer, just like this, and go there, okay, this is what I see. But this doesn't really look good on a computer screen. And when you click this, there's no cell phone to open up, right? So it doesn't really work. So what we built in was the ability to do something like this. If you go in here to your campaign settings and you say, hey, if a desktop user comes, just redirect them to, say, anthonymorrison.com. Take them onto my web page. You could take them to your affiliate link. You could take them to your e-commerce store. You could take them anywhere. And you save that. Now when people go there, watch what happens. Do you see how I ended up right here on my website? I'm not on MobileOptin because I'm on a desktop computer. But if I were to go there on my mobile phone, like this, I'm still on MobileOptin. Does that make sense to everybody? We can now split them out all within the software. These are the things I'm telling you guys, like I said, optimization. You want to make money? You want to be successful? This is the kind of cool stuff you got to have to do it, right? All right. There's so many other things that you can do. You can enable redirect for visitors, meaning let's just say that somebody has come to your MobileOptin page and you don't really want them, see how it went to red there? And you don't really want them to have to go multiple times. So let's say that you want to tell MobileOptin, look, after somebody's been to this page twice, just send them on to my affiliate offer or send them on to my e-commerce store. You can do that. So you can make it so that literally people only see your MobileOptin page a couple times and then you just send them on to wherever you make money, right? Everything is all built into the system. There's so many other options that we have in here. It's ridiculous. I'd spend all day going over it, but obviously we don't want to spend all day and all night on here. A couple of other things I want to show you. There's 2 ways to use MobileOptin, okay? One is this hosted URL. That is a website address that we give you. You can literally promote that website address, put it anywhere, and when people come to it, MobileOptin takes over. You can customize this to be your own website address, okay? You don't have to use MobileOptin.com. You can use your own website address. We have some Shopify users that are using their Shopify email address, or their Shopify address. You can use whatever you want, all right? So that's available. You can also, though, use this on your existing website. How many of you have existing websites? Shopify sites, WordPress sites, ClickFunnels sites, all that kind of stuff. Just say yes. All right. A lot like me, I have existing websites, but I would like to optimize them for mobile. A lot of people say, oh, just make them look good. No, that's not optimized. That's just playing around. I like to use MobileOptin on them, so check this out. You can take this embed code right here. You can place this on any website that you own currently. And what will happen is the code, this little opt-in code right here, this embed code, will recognize if a mobile user comes to your website. And if they do, it will actually show them this mobile opt-in campaign before it shows them your website. So now you can literally promote your website. Mobile traffic will see your mobile opt-in page first and then go onto your site. And your desktop traffic will just see your regular website. How many of you like that? Just say yes. It gives you the ability now to optimize your current websites. Even if you've got Shopify or affiliate marketing ones, CPA marketing ones, blogs, all these things, you can put this on there. I've been using this for years on my sites. In fact, I'm sure that a lot of you, if you've seen my websites, have seen little pages that look like this. Maybe not as good as these because they were my older ones. So 2 ways to use it. A couple of other really quick things are stats. You can see over here, if you click on any of these, you can see that it shows you some stats on the side. It shows you how many visitors and how many clicks, right? And then you can also see each template. So see how template 1 has had 1 visitor and 1 click. Template 2's had 1 visitor and no clicks. You can also get these detailed stats. If you click on detailed stats, it'll show you right here. And you can see the difference. It shows you impressions, visitors, clicks, click-through percentages. We even track opt-ins. So if somebody opts into your email list from one of your templates, you can see that stat right here in MobileOptin. And if you want to track conversions, we've got this little conversion pixel here. You can put this on your site. It'll actually track the conversions because MobileOptin will optimize for opt-ins or conversions. So we can literally turn on and off template variations that you build to help you make more money. How many of you like the stats and like the optimization? Just say yes. All right, I'm sure you can tell I'm super excited about this. This has been years in the making. This is a brand new release right now. So many different things. I mean, you can change your dates and all of these things up here. There's so many different things that you can do with this. Now, a couple of things that you may be interested in. If you've got virtual assistants, or if you've got, let's say you're a local marketer and you want to sell access to campaigns, you can create sub-users right here. And when you create those sub-users, it's super simple. They then get their own login to MobileOptin, but you control what they see. So like, let's say you've got this campaign right here. You can click on this and you can assign a user to it. And now that user can log in and they can see their stats for that campaign, but they can't see anything else. So if you were to go in and you were to build a lot of campaigns for local businesses, you could let those local businesses log in and see their stats, and you would never have to send them anything, but they could only see their stats. If you've got virtual assistants that you want to use the software for you, you can give them logins, and of course, they can't touch anything else or do anything else, right? Super, super good stuff. Now, what about training? How many of you are interested in the training? Just say yes. I saw a few of you asking questions about training. All right, let's get to the training real fast. First of all, we have this FAQ and training right here. Look, this is how to get started using it. This is how to integrate everything. SendLane, GetResponse, Aweber. It just walks you through it, right? This is campaign settings and features. Okay, we literally walk you through everything. How to use our MobileOptin page builder. Look at this. Every single element in there. You want to learn how to use it? You click the button. It opens up a full screen video here that you can watch to see how to do this. Super simple, right? Everything built in. If you've got a specific question, you can click this Contact Us button. It literally submits a support ticket right to our support desk, right? All built in. What about actual bonus? Well, first of all, we got case studies in here. So if you are using MobileOptin as an affiliate, you could watch this. This is one of my case studies on how we made tons of money as an affiliate. at Shopify and e-commerce. Here's a case study showing you a live campaign that we're doing using it this way. If you've launched your own product or you're creating your own product, maybe you're writing a book, those kinds of things, boom, we'll show you how to use it. If you do webinars, we'll show you how that's done. If you're a local marketer, we've got a whole slide deck here for you to sell MobileOptin. And then, of course, we've got a training on it. So we've got a training showing you how to use it in every scenario. Plus, a lot of people ask for traffic training. How many of you need traffic training so that you can get traffic to build your list with MobileOptin? Just say yes. I figure most people would say yes. Very good. Well, let me show you this. We've got training on Facebook ads. Look, my brother is ridiculous with Facebook. I had him come in and film basically a 7-session Facebook ad training. You'll get this today with MobileOptin. So you'll see in a second, we'll include this. It's literally showing you exactly how to use Facebook with MobileOptin. It's not a random Facebook training. It's literally how to put your MobileOptin pages on Facebook and get traffic. How many of you feel like you could use that? Just say yes. It's pretty phenomenal stuff. I also have a training in here, all right, from Fred Lamb. All right, so Fred Lamb knows a lot about Google marketing. Super, super, super smart kid. I was actually just with him at an event, and he's done some phenomenal things. And Fred agreed to do a 2-session training on Google AdWords. That is all listed right here inside of your MobileOptin account under traffic training. You can watch it anytime you want. It's all the training you need to get massive amounts of traffic. So how many of you feel good knowing you've got lots of traffic training and lots of training on the software itself? Just say yes. All right, very, very good. Now I've got one last thing I'll show you, and that's the Traffic Experts Academy. Some of you will get the Traffic Experts Academy today. The Traffic Experts Academy is literally a training section where we're adding traffic training. Okay, so traffic training is going in here, and it's from my partners. So basically, I'll have awesome partners who come in and do great things, and I'll say, hey, look, that's epic. My students would love that. Can I have it? Can I put it in here? The Traffic Experts Academy is you learning from experts how to get massive amounts of traffic for MobileOptin, right? Everybody like that? Just say yes if you like the Traffic Experts Academy. Trust me, Traffic Experts Academy is second to none. The training in here right now would literally be probably just the 3 or 4 in there would cost you a couple $1,000s, but you'll get them for free, and there's more being added. So we're always adding more training. So with that said, I know that was a lot, so we went through an awful lot here. How many of you enjoyed the demo? Just say yes if you enjoyed the demo. All right, great. Well, we're going to jump back into the presentation right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually jump back in to our presentation now so that we can continue on and get rolling. But give me a rating here, 1 out of 10 on the demo, 1 out of 10. Give me a rating. All right, so we're back in the, does everybody see? Can everybody see? Just type yes in the chat box now if you can see me. Okay, good. We're switching back and forth from the presentation to the demo and then back from the demo to this and everything. It's sometimes it just causes a little bit of an issue. So I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to see me good. So look, I see tons of people typing the number 10 in. So thank you so much. It seems like everybody loves MobileOptin. A lot of people are giving it a 10 right now, which is absolutely phenomenal. I saw a couple of 8s and 9s in there, but look, an 8, a 9, a 10, all, you know what? I'm happy with that, right? I'm really happy with that. And that's, that's something that I feel like is so important. And what I really want to stress to you about MobileOptin is that people like MobileOptin. People actually use MobileOptin. In fact, look right here on the screen. I want you to take just big notice to the very top one. Her name is Bree Novak, okay? So Bree says, happy Saturday, and these are messages that are just coming in live on Facebook, right? And I'm just taking screenshots of them, and I'll show them to you so that you can see what other people are saying about MobileOptin and what it's done for their business. But look at Bree. In the first 15 minutes, she already had 7 new email subscribers. How many of you would agree that's good? Just say yes. 15 minutes. I know some people that have tried for years to build an email list, haven't got any. Bree got, in literally 15 minutes, got 7. And here's what's great about that. Bree turned those email subscribers into buyers. Look, she received an order for $39.95. Then it says, wait, there's 2 more. And if you look down at the very bottom, it says she had 38 subscribers and 4 orders. Now at 40 bucks an order, that's $160, right? All of that using MobileOptin. You can see there's a lot of other people that are saying they love MobileOptin and they're getting things that actually work, right, which is just phenomenal. And then one of the things I thought was really cool was Bree kept following up with us, right? And she kept posting on Facebook, and everybody was just going crazy. In 24 hours, Bree got 56 new subscribers and 5 sales, which totals $200, right? How many of you feel like Bree did a great job? Just say yes if you'd like to be like Bree. If you'd like to get 56 new email subscribers like that, and not just email subscribers, but good ones that actually convert into sales. You see, that's what sets this apart from everything else. That and one other thing. I want you to pay attention right here. I've got a quick video I want to share with you that Bree sent me. It's only just a few seconds long, but I want you to hear what Bree said, and I want you to listen for the key word that Bree said, okay? Because I'm going to ask you in the chat box to fill this in. So I want you to listen closely to what Bree had to say about MobileOptin and how she did this, okay?
I just wanted to take a minute and give you a quick update on the MobileOptin campaign that I started last night. In the last 24 hours, I've added 55 new subscribers to my mailing list, and I've gotten 5 sales. And that's actually been without any advertising. That's just posting the MobileOptin link to my Facebook page and sharing it in a couple groups. So I'm pretty excited, and I will definitely keep you posted. I hope you have a great week. Take care.
So awesome, so awesome. You know what, I love when I get videos like this because for me, it's all about getting you results. But I want you to tell me right now in the chat box, what is the most important thing that Bree said in that short video? She got 55 new subscribers, she got 5 sales, that's a couple $100 in sales, but what was the most important thing? Put it in the chat box for me. All right, I'm looking, I'm seeing people say that they were real subscribers, I'm seeing people say she got sales. Okay, look, James said it first. James, congratulations, you said it first. The key thing is that Bree said she did not spend any money on advertising. Think about that. She didn't spend any money on advertising. She just used a few techniques, okay, a few small techniques, and she was able to make money like that in 24 hours, right? Where do you think Bree learned those techniques? We'll talk about that in just a second. But the fact of the matter is, MobileOptin works. Bree is obviously proof of that. All right, so let's move on. Now, a lot of times people ask me, does email marketing really work? You know, there's people out there that say all this silly stuff about how it doesn't work and email is dead. Look, the fact of the matter is, email marketing works. If you look, this is a promotion we did. We're not really worried about actually what it was or how much money we made. It's over $3,000 in sales. Here's the number that's important. Look at that number, 63% mobile. Guys, do I need to tell you any more about how important mobile is to your business? If you want to be successful online, you have got to know how to get mobile traffic, convert mobile traffic, and make money when people use these little cell phones and these iPads and devices because that's where the traffic is. MobileOptin gives you the unfair advantage that no one else is going to have. And that's how we get results like this, okay? Results like this. This one's absolutely insane. Now, this is literally a 1-week period of time, all right? I want you to look at the screen. 1 week, okay? It says net commissions earned. So that's net after refunds and everything. $103,559.45. Guys, I cannot explain to you how much money that really is. And here's the thing. All of that came by sending simple emails. And the reason that I am able to generate this kind of money sending emails is because I have real email addresses. I have the best email addresses. I have been using MobileOptin for many years now. And this is the results that I get. And it's because I have this unfair advantage that I'm willing to let you take advantage of right now, right here on this training. Because I do believe that as entrepreneurs, as internet marketers, we need to give you the tools that we're personally using. How many of you would agree with that? Just say yes in the chat box if you would agree with that. It's about time that somebody said it's not all about just building your list. It's the tools that you use. It's the technology that you have that helps you to have that unfair advantage, that gives you the results like what you're seeing on the screen right now. I rarely ever share my results, but these were pretty phenomenal, and I want you to realize the power that MobileOptin really gives you when it comes to email marketing. Now, what do you get with MobileOptin? I know a lot of you are asking me, how do I get MobileOptin? How do I get enrolled? What do I got to do? How do I get access to this? Well, here's what you get. The first thing you need to realize is what you get when you place your order. Now, you get everything. Okay, look at this. All of the templates, the analytics, the split testing, basically you get everything you've seen. But let me just be clear with you about what you do not get with MobileOptin. How many of you would like to know the things that you're not going to get? Because most people leave that out, right? They basically tell you, here's all this great stuff, and then you order, and boom, they say, hey, by the way, you got to buy this, you got to buy that, you got to buy all these other things, and they didn't tell you that up front. How many of you would like to just simply know up front right now what you do not get when you get enrolled with MobileOptin? Just say yes in the chat box for me. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just seeing tons of yeses. Very rarely does anyone ever do this. Well, let me just be upfront, clear, and just completely transparent with you. Here's what you do not get, okay? You do not get any upsells. You do not get any diamond packages. You do not get any platinum packages. You do not get the option to have more than other people have. You don't get the option to be VIP while other people are just standard. Here's the thing. Every single one of you on this webinar right now are VIP to me. All of you matter to me. That's the reason I'm here. That's the reason I do what I do. And I know good and well that if you don't have every single feature inside of MobileOptin, it's not going to work for you like it does me. It's not going to be able, you're not going to be able to get the results that I have, right? You're not going to be able to get these awesome e-commerce results. You're not going to be able to get these awesome affiliate marketing results. You're not going to be able to get the results that I've shown you without every single feature. So I absolutely refuse to have upsells. I refuse to have different versions of MobileOptin. When you get enrolled, you get everything. The one thing you don't get is upsells. How many of you can appreciate that? Just say yes. If you appreciate the transparency, I want you to know up front, because I know that a lot of people have upsells. You buy something and there's a video that says, hey, but wait, you need to buy da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not going to happen. When you get enrolled today with MobileOptin, you log in, you start using it. There's nothing in there, no button you can click that asks you to spend a single penny. Every button you click is there to help you build your business, build your email list, start making money, and use our software. How many of you like that? Just say yes. I see lots and lots and lots and lots of yeses. Awesome. Well, that's important. It's important to me that you know that, okay? Now, this is your success formula. I want you to write it down, and then I want you to say it with me that this is what you want to do right now this year. Look, it's simple, but you've got to have a success formula. You can't just go into this whole world of making money on the internet and just go in there just randomly picking things out of the sky. You need a formula. You need a step-by-step formula from A to Z, okay? Look at your screen. First, you need to get traffic. We've got some training in there to show you how to get this traffic. Then, you send that traffic to a landing page. Your landing page will be your MobileOptin page, right, using our software. Once those people go to the page, they opt into your autoresponder. You send them emails. The emails get opened. They get clicked, and boom, you make money. How many of you want to do this right now? How many of you want this to be your success formula right now? You're tired of trying things that don't work. You're ready to start doing something that does work, that makes sense, that gives you a competitive advantage. Just say yes for me. Right? I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. This is the formula that I personally use. That's why I teach it. But the only thing that you have to realize is that there's a breaking point in that formula. It's that landing page. But when you use MobileOptin, we eliminate that fail point. We eliminate that breaking point, and we make sure that you have the control. And it's all about having control, because let me tell you something. I know for a fact that you have probably tried to build your list in the past. How many of you on here right now have tried to build your list in the past? Just say yes for me. I want to see a count. I'm seeing tons. Man, if you could see the chat box, right, it's insane. A lot of you have tried to build your list, and you failed. But here's the thing. It's probably because you had a missing piece of the puzzle that wasn't given to you. You see, I truly feel like if you've tried to make money on the internet in the past and you have failed, it's not your fault. Right? It's not your fault unless you quit trying. But if you're here right now, you haven't quit. You haven't given up on yourself. You're still going at it. And if you've failed, I truly believe it's because you've been missing the piece of the puzzle that gives you the control, the piece of the puzzle that's fail-proof, right? That fail-proofs your entire system. How many of you would agree that MobileOptin is the missing piece of the puzzle? Just say yes for me. I see tons and tons of yeses. Look, here's the thing. To me, it's all about leverage. I'll tell you a quick little story, and then we'll move on, because I know a lot of you want to get some Q&A in and you want to get MobileOptin. But I'll tell you what. Success is all about leverage, right? So you look at me and you say, Anthony, you have all this leverage because you've been doing this for years, and you might have more money than me, and da-da-da-da-da. It's all about leverage, right? Competitive leverage. Well, I'll tell you quick. I have this little dog. You'll probably hear her barking soon enough. And she's 3 pounds. She's like this big, right? And I have these big doors in my office, big heavy wooden doors. I normally shut these doors when I'm doing a presentation. Well, not too long ago, I look up from my desk and these doors were opening. So of course I thought somebody was walking, my wife was walking in or something. So I look up and I see nobody. So I peek over my desk and all of a sudden here comes Chloe, my little 3-pound Yorkie. And I'm thinking to myself, you're 3 pounds. How did you open these big, big, massive doors? Can anybody tell me how she opened those massive doors? Right? How is it possible for a 3-pound dog to overcome these massive, massive doors and open them? That's right. That's right. I see James. James said it in the chat box. Leverage. It was all about leverage. You see those tiny little hinges, little bitty hinges, swing these very big doors and then make it possible for small things, even something as small as a 3-pound dog, to open those doors. You see, sometimes it's the smallest thing. It's the smallest missing piece of the puzzle that truly gives you the leverage to have success. It gives you the leverage to do the things that you otherwise couldn't do. And I truly believe that MobileOptin is your leverage. It's your hinge that's going to make this whole entire making money on the internet, building your email list, and building your business thing happen for you, right? But I'd like to do a little bit more for you than just give you MobileOptin, okay? Because I truly believe in training. I believe in helping. I believe in doing my part to make sure your success journey actually takes place. So what I'd like to do is give you a few bonuses. Bonus number 1 is my weekly Success Connection webinars. Basically what I do is every single week I get on a webinar just like this with all of my students, and I teach. And it's not always just about MobileOptin. It's about Facebook ads, and it's about e-commerce, and it's about local marketing, and it's about, list building and email and copywriting and all of these things. Basically, I teach whatever my students want me to teach, right? I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. And I haven't missed a single week. I didn't miss a week during my bachelor party. I didn't miss a week. The week I got married, I still showed up to my Success Connection webinars, right? I love my students. They love me. And I would love to have you join us. This is weekly coaching with me, helping you, empowering you, and educating you the best I can to help you have massive, massive success online. I put a value of $10,000 on it. Honestly, what could you possibly value? 50, 53, coaching sessions with me every single year. Every single week we're doing this, right? You're invited to it once you become a student of mine, all right? Now, bonus number 2, we talked about you need traffic, right? Well, how do you get that traffic? Well, here's the thing. There are 2 sources of traffic that we know convert. These are sources that we literally have tested and we know make money. The first one is Facebook. So what I'd like to do is for special bonus number 2, I'd like to give you Adrian's Facebook ad coaching. Now, you saw it in the demo earlier. I showed you that we had some Facebook ad modules in there. Well, these were done by my brother Adrian. You can see him right there. This was him. They actually invited him to Facebook, and he signed the Facebook wall, which was really cool. Now, why did they invite him? Why is his training worth $4,000 or $5,000? Well, it's pretty simple. Because he gets stats like these, right? I mean, 471,000 clicks in a single month. How many of you feel like that's a lot of clicks? How many of you feel like you could make money if you got 471,000 clicks? I've seen lots and lots of yeses. Look, 471,000 clicks is a lot of clicks, and Adrian is the key to Facebook advertising. I mean, he regularly is generating revenue just like this. In fact, he's now up to almost $500,000 a month in Facebook ad revenue. That's revenue generated from Facebook ads. And what he did was an entire training that's specifically on how to use Facebook with MobileOptin, right? It's not some generic training. He did this specifically to show you how to use Facebook ads with MobileOptin. So you need traffic? Adrian's going to teach you how to get it. And my good friend Fred Lamb, he is going to be teaching you how to leverage Google AdWords to do the same thing. Now look, Fred is a Google genius. He has been invited to speak at so many events that I've been at. It'll blow your mind to teach his Google advertising strategies. As you can see on the screen, like $3 million on Google, right? Massive amounts of revenue. Fred has put in 2 modules to show you exactly how to use Google advertising with your MobileOptin pages so that you can start building your list, building your business, and profiting at the same time. How many of you like Fred's coaching? Just say yes. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. Look, these are awesome bonuses. I didn't just pick bonuses out of the thin air and say these are worth all this money and stack them up. I don't do that kind of stuff. I give you what you need. I know you need traffic training. That's why you're getting it, and you're getting it from the best. And the reason you're getting it from the best is, well, because I'm connected with all of these people. And of course, I use that to help you, right? So again, what do you get? You get access to all of the software features. Again, I made it in big black letters up at the top. All software features, right? You don't get anything that is an extra cost. All right, you're going to get all of our bonuses, my weekly coaching, Adrian's Facebook ad training, and you're going to get Fred's Google training. All right, now, here's the deal. When we release this, after our launch, the software is going to be $2,997 plus $97 a month. The reason for that is pretty simple. This is costing a fortune. We have a full-time programmer on staff right now at $20,000 a month, supporting nothing but MobileOptin. That's it. Adding new features, adding new templates, adding new capabilities, everything to help me, because again, remember, you are using a software that is mine. It's for me, right? So all of these changes I'm making, they're changes I see that need to be made for business, to leverage Instagram, to leverage Snapchat, to leverage, Facebook when we really started moving into Facebook, and Google and Yahoo and YouTube and all these things. We're adding all of these features in, and you're getting them. Okay, but it's costing a lot of money. Now, how many of you feel like this is a fair price for technology like this that's never been done before, along with all of the training and all of the modules and all of the ongoing support that you're going to get? Just say yes. All right, very good. I'm seeing a lot of people say yes. But here's the thing. How many of you hate monthly fees? How many of you absolutely despise a monthly fee? Like a monthly fee literally is you're out with a monthly fee. Just say yes. All right, I see lots of people saying yes. Here's the thing. I know that. Now you understand that as a software, we're going to have to charge a monthly fee eventually. This is our last opening of MobileOptin, where I am going to do something for you to make it easy for you to get enrolled, to make it almost a no-brainer for you to get in on MobileOptin right now, because right now is the time. If not now, when, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to eliminate the monthly fee for you, and I'm going to give you a discount. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to eliminate the monthly fee. I'm going to give you a $1,000 discount. That means you can get in right now on MobileOptin for one single payment. Okay, one single payment of $1,997, and that's it. No monthly fees. I want to be very clear on this. No monthly fees, no ongoing fees, no additional fees, no annual fees, no fees. You enroll right now, and this is the only payment you ever make for MobileOptin, okay? You can see the URL right there on the screen, but hold on one second, because I want you to see something. Anytime you are making a purchase, anytime you're investing in yourself, investing in your business, it's important for you to make sure that you're getting good support. Because if you don't get good support, here's the thing, you're going to fail. Because you didn't build MobileOptin, right? So you've got to have support in order to make this work for you, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I want to show you. I support my software. If you look right here on the screen, you can see how many tickets I've answered. It's 1,049 tickets on MobileOptin. My top support guy, whose full-time job is to support this, has only answered 1,139. I am constantly answering support tickets, and for that reason, look, our response time is averaging under 30 minutes. How many of you feel like that's key to your success? Just say yes if you do. Look, I have the support app on my phone. When I'm laying in the bed at night, I am answering support tickets on MobileOptin because I love it, right? So much so that I want you to check this out. So this guy right here, he actually wrote me a support ticket late at night, and I responded to him on my phone, right? And I helped him. And I want you to listen to what he had to say. This is only going to take about 15 seconds, and then I'm going to show you one more special bonus that I'm going to give you guys, and then we'll do some Q&A. But I want you to listen to what he has to say because it's super important. I'm just going to skip on through to maybe like right in here, and we'll play it from here.
And that's really the reason I want to make this video, because in the midst of me learning how to use the software, I ran into a stumbling block. And I actually had the support of Anthony the entire time throughout until I was comfortable and I knew exactly how to use it. And I could say I've invested in a lot of different programs and softwares in the past, but I've never had anyone stick with me until the whole thing was resolved and I was comfortable and I knew exactly how to do it. So if you're that person that feel like that you're not tech savvy, you may have issues and you don't know how to overcome them, put your mind at ease. It's something that they will definitely be able to walk you through every step of the way. So I highly recommend going ahead and investing into the MobileOptin software and taking your business to the next level. Thank you.
That's so awesome for me. You know, it's so awesome for me to hear that, because look, that's the difference right there in success and failure, right? I want you to understand that. The simple fact that I helped him through those little roadblocks, I'm not sitting here telling you you won't have a roadblock. You won't get in there and be like, oh, I can't figure something out. That's just human nature. I'd be lying to you if I told you that that wouldn't happen. But what you need to know is that just like for him, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you through every single problem that you encounter, every roadblock you encounter, because the ultimate goal is your success, right? The ultimate goal is your success. Now, I want to show you a couple of quick things, okay? First of all, the Traffic Experts Academy. This is a fast action bonus, all right? What I am going to do, you cannot buy the Traffic Experts Academy. It's not an upsell. It's not for sale anywhere. But what it is it's literally going to be given to you. Okay, and it's going to be given to those of you who get enrolled, the first 20 people that get enrolled right now in MobileOptin are going to get access to the Traffic Experts Academy. How many of you remember Bree? And she said that specific strategy she used, where she didn't spend any money. Remember that? I told you to remember that earlier? Remember? Okay, I see a lot of people saying yes. That strategy is located right here in the Traffic Experts Academy. All right? If you are one of the first 20 people to get enrolled, you are going to get access to the Traffic Experts Academy instantly. All right? How many of you like that? Just say yes, you want to be in the first 20. I see lots and lots of yeses coming in, but I'm doing something extra special. I actually have never done this before, but I am going to do something insanely special for you guys. I want you to check this out. This is brand new. Fast action bonus number 2. If you are one of the first 20 people to get enrolled in MobileOptin, I am going to give you my personal template collection. Here's what that means. I have a full-time designer who is on staff and literally is developing and building templates for me for free reports, for e-commerce, for local businesses, all kinds of things. He's building these templates for me for what we use in our business. I am going to give them to you completely free. These templates cost me about $2,000 to have built. You will be able to go in and literally edit them. You click on a little button and you can change the color. You click on a button, you can change the image. But you will have a complete suite of e-commerce, affiliate marketing, free report, local business, webinars, all of those. You will have a complete suite of templates designed by my designers for you. These are the templates that I am using, and you will get them for free. And not only will you get them free, you will get every single template that he builds for me from now on. How many of you want that? Just say yes if you want in on Fast Action Bonus number 2. I have never done this before. But here's the thing. If you want to have massive success, follow those that are having massive success. And that's why I just said, okay, I'm just going to give you my templates. These are what are working right now for me. And if they'll work for me, they'll work for you. You're going to get those if you are in the first 20 people to enroll. So here's what you get. You get all of these bonuses. The Traffic Experts Academy, like I said, the templates are brand new. I don't even have them on this slide. I literally threw that in right before we got on here. So you will get those. What you'll do is when you log in, you click on templates, you'll see them all show up, right? Phenomenal, phenomenal thing. Look, the URL is right here on the screen. Go to the URL right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Q&A real quick, okay? And I'm going to set my timer here. We're going to do Q&A for just a few minutes, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to keep you up to date on how many slots in the top 20 that we have available, because we are going to have to cut those bonuses off in the top 20. So if you want the Traffic Experts Academy and you want my personal template collection, it's full of e-commerce templates for free plus shipping, for Shopify. These are things that actually my brother Adrian has developed, and we're sliding those over to you too. So we're talking about $500,000 a month guy that's crushing it in e-commerce. You're going to get his templates that basically my in-house designer is building for MobileOptin that he's using. All of the affiliate marketing ones, the free report ones, the local business ones, everything. You're getting them free, and they're my assets. I'm giving them to you because I want you to have massive success. All right, so go ahead, get enrolled right now. I'm going to check periodically and let you know how many people have taken advantage of this and how many slots we actually have available. And then I'm also going to go ahead and get started with our Q&A. All right, so let me just look real fast here. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6. Wow, we have 6 slots already taken. I mean, that literally, you guys must have started enrolling before I said stop, don't enroll. Okay, so we have 6, so we have 14 slots available. So 14 fast action bonuses are still available at this price, and that's it, okay? So make sure that you get enrolled right now. So let me look at some questions here in our chat box. All right, so Tommy asks, will this work for a beginner? If I don't have an online business, should I still use this? So let me tell you what I actually think about that. If you do not have an online business, then it's crucial to your success to have a solid foundation. You see, it's just like a house. When you build a house, you can build a crappy foundation, save a little money, you get your house built, and guess what? You have bills, you have expenses, and you have problems for the rest of your life, right? That's the way it goes. And you're always trying to patch those problems, and you never really get relief. The same thing happens with your online business. If you started off the wrong way the first time, you're always going to be trying to patch it. You're always going to be trying to make up for your losses. If you have not started your own online business, MobileOptin should be the first tool, the first thing that you get, because it builds the foundation for success. It guarantees quality. It guarantees real. It guarantees mobile, which is so very important right now in today's world. So if you don't have a business, this is a tool that helps you get started faster. So many people fail because, like I showed you earlier, they're trying to push the ball up the hill, but they never can get it up there because you're fighting a losing battle, okay? You're fighting having no control. But for this, you have control. And when you have control, you're not fighting a losing battle. You can get the ball up the hill, hit that tipping point, and then boom, revenue starts coming when you start sending emails, right? So I highly suggest, if you're brand new, if you've just started an e-commerce business, if you've just started an affiliate marketing business, if you've just started a local marketing business, if you've just started an Amazon business, this tool is highly useful because it's going to help you build the success foundation that you need when you get started. All right, let's see. Looking at the rest of the questions here. Will it work with any autoresponder? We've integrated with all of the top autoresponders. So GetResponse, MailChimp, SendLane, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, let's see, Ontraport, Aweber. I don't know which ones I haven't mentioned right there, but all of the top ones we have already integrated with, okay? And we've also integrated with a company called Zapier, so anybody we are not directly integrated with, you can use Zapier to get your subscribers in. So it makes total, complete sense. Yeah, all right, sorry, somebody's asking me, let me look real quick. So we had 14 of our slots available. Wow, okay, so we're down to 8. We have 8 fast action bonus slots available is what I'm seeing right here on my screen. So we have 8. All right, so guys, we have 8 fast action bonuses available. If you want my templates, they're worth $2,000. If you would like my templates, right, and it's worth $2,000 as it is now. That's what I've paid to have those built. But ongoing, this could be a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 type of bonus. I mean, this is, you're getting what I'm paying for literally on a daily basis. And you're going to get them for free, right? Not only that, you get the Traffic Experts Academy, which I think is just hands down the best thing in the world. You definitely need it, and you get massive amounts of free traffic strategies, which are really awesome. So again, we have 8 slots left. Use the URL that you see on the screen. The URL is on the screen. Go there now. Don't delay. Don't wait. You need to do it. You need these fast action bonuses. And look, we reward those that take quick action, right? I mean, look, if you know that MobileOptin is what you need, if you know that you want this, if you know you want in on this, don't waste time. Get in, get it now, go to the URL, get enrolled, and get the bonuses, right? That's what it's all about. It's about helping you make a decision for you, right? All right, so a couple of people are asking me how this works with Shopify and with Amazon, and does it work with both? The answer to that is yes. With Shopify and with any business, like if you were launching your own product, if you have your own book you're writing, whatever, if you build an email list, you have instant access to traffic that's free, right? So as you build your email list, you send these emails and instantly, boom, you start making money from them, right? Well, the good thing about this is with e-commerce, we've actually been testing this. I told you my brother Adrian, massive success with e-commerce. He does almost $500,000 a month with e-commerce. and he's using MobileOptin to build a list because he is making insane amounts of profit, not just sales, but profit by sending emails. In fact, one email blast that he sent did over $30,000 in net profit, and it is because he's building an email list. Now with Amazon, as you know, you don't actually get your customer data and all those things. So if you have an Amazon store, send them to your MobileOptin page. Collect the data, then push them on to Amazon. Now what do you have? You have a targeted list of people that are looking to buy on Amazon. What do you think you can do? Now you can turn around and send them emails back to all of your Amazon products, and it's just cash, 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 cash coming in constantly, right? So again, super, super, super important. This works for anything. If you're doing just free reports and all these types of things, again, phenomenal opportunity. All right, let's see. A couple of people asking, are there monthly fees, other fees? I'm telling you right now, I already told you this, there are no additional fees, okay? So there are absolutely no additional fees whatsoever, all right? Once you get enrolled, that's it. One payment and no more payments, okay? So just one simple payment and you are in. All right, looking through the other questions here. All right, so a couple of people have asked, I'm sorry, the chat box is kind of freezing up. A couple of people have asked, how much money can you make with email marketing? The fact of the matter is, you saw I made $100,000 in a week, right? What you should be looking at is you should be looking at each email that you collect should be worth about $1 per month. That should be your goal. So if you can build your list of 300 people, you can make $300 a month. If you can build your list of 3,000 people, that's $3,000 a month, right? That should be your goal. Now, here's the thing. With email marketing, typically you're factoring in all the crappy email addresses that are fake and that are not real, that are typos, that are secondaries. With this, you don't get all that. So we actually see more than $1 per subscriber per month because we have quality, right? So look, you could easily make back your investment in MobileOptin by simply just building a list of maybe 1,000 people, which you saw Bree did 55 in 24 hours. So Bree was on pace to do about 1,500, give or take 1,500 subscribers in a month. That should easily be monetized properly, $1,500 a month. She's talking about a month making back all the money that you've spent on MobileOptin, and like I said, absolutely no monthly fees, no ongoing fees whatsoever, right? Phenomenal opportunity, right? Looks like we're down. Let me look real quick. We are down to 3 fast action bonuses. 3 fast action bonuses are available. How many of you are still trying to get in? Just say yes in the chat box if you're still trying to get in. All right, I see Lindsay, Jack, Harold, Barbara, Alexis, Luke, Jennifer, Amanda, Perry, Justin. All right, I see a lot of you still trying to get in. All right, look, you need to take action right now because now is the time. All right, we're running out of our fast action bonuses. We have 3 fast action bonuses available. All right, looks like somebody asked, what if I don't have free reports? How many of you do not have a free report? Like, for instance, MobileOptin sounds great. You'd love to give away a free report, collect email addresses, but you don't have a free report. Just say yes. All right, so I actually totally forgot about this. Here's what I'm doing for you. I have never done this before. This is, you'll see the slide's not even all that pretty because I added it in right before we went live because my goal is to help you make massive amounts of money and have massive success and get rid of all those barriers that you end up using as excuses to not have success. So look what I'm going to do for you. Check this out. All right, special bonus number 3. If you get enrolled right this minute, I am going to give you done-for-you reports in the top 10 niches that we are personally in. These are the reports I'm personally giving away. All right, look, this is in men's dating advice, women's dating advice, internet marketing, green energy and solar, real estate investing, golfing, dog training, survival, personal development, auto insurance, internet marketing, all of these. You're going to get these free. I actually paid $500 to have these reports made for us because we are using them to build lists in these niches. I am going to give them to you for free. Inside of MobileOptin, when you go in, you click support, you click FAQ, and you go to the bonuses, you're going to see the free report bonus, and here's the best part. I'm going to give you the link so that you don't even have to download this. You can actually just give it away and let them download it from us. We'll even host the things for you. So you don't have to worry about how do I get it up on a server. You just put the link, right, that we give you in any email, and instantly you'll be delivering free reports. How many of you like that? Just say yes. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying yes, which is absolutely crazy and phenomenal and awesome all at the same time. So I'm seeing, how many of you now want to get in? Look, this is a $500 value. If you recap just the bonuses, the Traffic Experts Academy is easily worth a couple $1,000s because it's got expert, literally people that do nothing but generate massive amounts of traffic. Boom, generating traffic, showing you how it's done. Then you're getting my template collection. I put a $2,000 value on it, but honestly, that's going to increase as we add more templates to our company. You're getting them for free, right? And then the free reports. I paid $500 for these to be built. Like, that's the cost to me. If it costs you that much money, and that's not even a lot, that's $50 a report. I get a discount because I buy a lot of them, right? You get that completely free, right? That's a $2,500 value just with the free reports and the templates, let alone the software, all the trainings, the Traffic Experts Academy. I'm doing what I can to motivate you to see that there should be no roadblocks, no excuses. Now is the time. This is the software that changes the game. It gives you the competitive advantage, the leverage that you need to have success, and you know it. All you've got to do is take action right now. Go to the URL that you see right here on the screen. You can get enrolled. In fact, as I look here, we have actually blown past the amount of bonuses that I was planning to give away. I guess the free, I've never given away the free reports before, and that must have just blown it up because I'm seeing an awful lot. How many of you are still trying to get in? Are there still people trying to get in right now? Just say yes. Because I actually never open up more slots. A lot of you have been on webinars with me. You know, I don't open up more free bonus slots every single 5 minutes. But this is the first time I've ever given away so many. I've never given away my own personal templates. I've never given away the free reports like this. And we just blew past my 20 number and went way past it. So here's what I'm going to do. I see tons and tons and tons of you saying that you want to get in. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up 10 more slots, okay? So the next 10 people that get enrolled, URL's right here on the screen, the next 10 people that get enrolled are going to get access to all of the fast action bonuses. That's the Traffic Experts Academy. That's my personal template collection full of e-commerce, Amazon, affiliate marketing, free report, all of that. All will be included for you, and I'm going to give you all the 10 done for you free reports. Okay, 10 done for you free reports that you can instantly start giving away. Now you have everything you need. It's 1, 2, 3. It's self-contained. It's all in one place. You don't have to go outside of this. It's instant. All right, let's look for some more questions real quick. Let's see. Oh, going through. Man, it's exciting, right? I'm looking down here at the chat box. So how many of you love Mobile Opt-in so far? Just say yes. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Lots of yeses. Very, very good. Very awesome. I see lots and lots of people are really excited about Mobile Opt-in. Look, I'll tell you right now, it's one of the best things I've ever created, probably the best thing I've ever created. And I know that it's going to help so many people have massive, massive amounts of success. And that's what it's really all about. It's about you and your success. Now, a few people are asking me about a payment plan. A payment plan. How many of you would be able to get enrolled right now if I was to open up a payment plan, an option where we break this thing up into a few payments for you? Just say yes. All right. Very, very good. I see quite a few people saying yes in the chat box. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We had 10, which is now, we now have 6. We have 6 fast action bonus slots available. I'm going to make this available for you, of course, with our full pay plan. As you can see, the link is right here on the screen. But what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to go on and open up our 3 payment plan. Now, our 3 payment plan, it works like this. It's 3 payments of $797. That means you pay $797 today, $797 next month, $797 the next month, and then no more payments, right? So this is not a monthly fee or anything like that. This is me breaking it down for you so that you have the ability to get enrolled right now. Now, if you're doing the numbers in your head, it does cost a little bit more to go with the 3 payment plan, okay? So we're rewarding you. You're getting about a decent discount if you've already got enrolled and you've paid in full right now. But if this is the only way you can get in, then there should be no excuses. You should go to the URL that you see right now on the screen, get enrolled, get it done, make it happen, get the software, and let's get you going. Get all the bonuses, okay? So this will break it down for you right here. So we've got it on both screens. Now, like I said, the other bonuses, okay, the free reports and the templates, those are bonuses I did not even intend to give away. So you'll notice they don't show up when we go through the little plans here. But here's what I'm doing. I am giving you, no matter if you get the full pay or if you get the payment plan, okay, you are going to get all of the fast action bonuses. That's the Traffic Experts Academy, which you can see on the screen. You're also going to get my personal template collection, and you're going to get the free reports, the 10 free reports in the 10 top niches that we're personally in. I'm personally in right now. You're going to get those, okay, as long as you're one of the next now 4 people. So one of the next 4 people that get enrolled, and it doesn't matter what plan you use. So if you use the flexible payment plan or the full payment plan, I'm going to honor the bonus with you. As long as you take fast action, you get enrolled, you make it happen. I'm here to help you. My goal is not to hold anything back from you. That's not my goal. My goal is to empower you, right? But sometimes we need a little kick in the butt. We need a little reason to get off the fence, because we all know, and I know this. You've listened to presentations before where people promise the moon and then they underdeliver. You've listened to presentations before where you saw software, you saw training, or you saw something that was so awesome, only to be let down because once you got it, the person vanished, they disappeared, they don't care, all these things, right? I know that. And so I know that sometimes you sit there and you think to yourself, like, should I do this? Should I not? Do I really need to believe this? I've heard this before. I don't know, and you're kind of on the fence. My goal is to kick you over the fence, right? Just give you a little shove and get you on my side, get you on the MobileOptin side, because I can make you this promise, okay? There's very few things that I can promise you in life, but there's one promise I can make, and that is that when you get MobileOptin, you become a student of mine. I love my students. I take good care of my students regularly. On our Success Connection, I will build $5,000 and $6,000 softwares and give them to them completely free, okay? I do my best to help my students have success because I care, right? I look at my students, and unlike a lot of people that have been doing internet marketing and they do webinars like this, who are detached from their students, I literally went around this country for 3 years and I met my students. I did live events. I met them. I shook their hands. I met their families. I met their daughter or their son who was going to college. I met their grandmother who came to the event with them. I met people who got their first computer and literally brought it to us in the box from Best Buy and said, help me turn it on. I met people all over the country, from California to Seattle to New York down to the tip of Florida. And there's one thing about doing that. When you travel around the country and you meet people, you're no longer just a name in the chat box, right? You're a person who has a story, who has a life story, who has dreams and goals and aspirations, and who wants things and needs things, and it gives you a different perspective. It humanizes this whole thing, this whole internet marketing thing, right? And you start to think a little differently, right? You don't hop off your webinar and go to sleep and say, wow, I did a great job. What you do is you hop off your webinar and you jump in the support box and you try to help the people that just enrolled, because that's what it's all about, right? And I truly believe that when you enroll in MobileOptin, when you become a student of mine, I'm going to kick my own butt into high gear to help you be successful, right? Because I know you've got a story. I know you've got dreams. I know you've got aspirations. And I know you have negative people in your life telling you can't do it, because everybody does. I know you've got that special little person that's probably hating on you right now because you're on this webinar, right? And my goal, my dream, my job is to help you be able to one day look that person in the face and say, I told you so, while you're having massive success, right? And I'll do whatever I can to do it. I'm going to give you the tools, the training, the education, and also I'm going to motivate you each and every day to not let anyone hold you back from reaching your dreams, because we have this saying on the Success Connection. It's called #NeverGiveUp. What it means is you can't fail if you don't stop trying, right? And as long as you've got me on your side and you've got our whole Success Connection group on your side, we won't let you stop trying, right? And we won't let you fail. That's my promise to you, all right? So let me go through. Yes, actually, let me check 1 second. Hold on a second. Let me look at our fast action bonuses. So we have my motivational speech. I wasn't paying attention. It happens. I get so fired up about it, though, because I know what holds people back, and my goal is to help you have success. That's my only goal, right? And I want to do as much as I possibly can for you, and I truly believe that I can help you. I truly believe that I have the systems, I have the training, I have the knowledge, and I have the desire to every single week help you reach your goals, help you have success. If you've been failing your whole life at this, it's not your fault. It's because you haven't been taught properly. Because the facts are, internet marketing works, email marketing works. It does work, right? That's not debatable. We can't say, does it work? It does work. It's a matter of two things. Are you being taught the right way, and are you being given the right tools? And then, are you actually doing what you've been taught? You see, and a lot of times you fail because of step one. You're taught the wrong way, and you're not given the right tools. So even though you start doing things, you fail. But with me, you're going to be taught right, you're going to have the right tools. And then I'm going to motivate the heck out of you to not let you be the reason that you don't have success, right? All right, so we have actually gone through all of my fast action bonuses again. I have not been very good at this because I have done this presentation before, but I've never had so many fast action bonuses. So I'm not used to the flow of it. I'm not used to the timing, and I'm talking a lot more, and we've actually run out. How many of you here are still trying to get into MobileOptin? Just type the number 1 in the chat box if you're still trying to get in right now. Because I know I haven't given you much time since I released the flexible payment plan and since I told you about the free reports. All right, I see a lot of people. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do something that I have never done before, but it's because a little bit of this, like letting you know, is probably my fault, because as you can see, these slides are new. The other 2 fast action bonuses are not even listed on the last slide. It's because I threw this in here right before we went live, and I said, you know what, I just want to go over the top on this presentation. I've never done this before. This is the first time I've ever presented this. And I'm not paying as much attention to that as I am to trying to tell you what all of it is. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do on my phone, I'm going to do a 10-minute countdown timer. Here we go. You guys well, you can see that I've got a 10-minute countdown timer going. All right. In the next 10 minutes, if you get enrolled, I am going to give you access to all of the fast action bonuses, okay, in the next 10 minutes. You have to get enrolled in the next 10 minutes. I promise you, in the next 10 minutes, I'm closing it down, I'm shutting off the webinar, and we're going to wrap things up, okay? So now is the time. You've got 9 minutes and 35 seconds. This is my last attempt to answer questions, and it's your last opportunity to get all the fast action bonuses. Remember, if you haven't been paying close attention, the URLs are right here on the screen. Go to either one of them. Get the plan that's right for you. Again, you get a discount if you pay in full right now, okay? So if you've got the ability to do that, it makes total sense because you're saving money. That money could be spent for advertising, right? But if the only way you can get in is using the flexible payment plan, do it, and do it now, and get enrolled right now so that you can take advantage of these fast action bonuses. Remember, both packages will get all of my fast action bonuses. That's the Traffic Experts Academy, that's my personal template collection worth over $2,000, and that's the 10 free reports loaded inside of your MobileOptin members area. Remember, it'll be in the support area where the bonuses are. You'll get all 3 of those fast action bonuses plus, of course, access to the software, okay? All right, so looking for some more questions. It looks like a couple of people have asked, what about the updates to MobileOptin? Because earlier this year, it did not look this way. Okay, yes. So MobileOptin has undergone a lot of changes. We did release this back in January of this year, and then we shut it down. We listened to our members, and we revamped it. And that's why it's so awesome with the new editor, with all the templates. Man, you can be in there in 2 seconds and launch an e-commerce, Shopify template campaign. You can launch a free report campaign, an affiliate campaign. I mean, you can just boom, boom, boom in seconds. And our editor is phenomenal, right? But that's the good thing. You get all of our future updates. So when we add new things to MobileOptin, boom, you get them. New features, you get them. New designs, you get them. We will probably update to another 3.0 edition where we make more awesome changes, but you will not have to pay for that, ever. Like I told you before, and I tell you again, and I keep telling you, you will never have to pay for upgrades, updates, or changes to MobileOptin, ever, okay? So if you get in right now, you're in. You're not going to have any monthly fees. You're not going to have any upgrade fees. You're not going to have any get better stuff fees, nothing. Plus, you're getting all of my bonuses, right? And you're going to save money because we are going up on the price. It will be $2,997 is what MobileOptin will cost. You are getting a full $1,000 discount. Plus, you will not ever have the monthly fees that everyone else is going to have if you take action and you do it right now. The URLs are right here on the screen. All right, so a couple of people have asked me to explain the templates and how they work. So the templates are pretty simple. When you click on one of the templates, it automatically loads it. So it literally takes what my designer built for me, and it loads it in your account, just like that. Now, you can go in and edit it. which means you can change the words, the colors, the images, the timer. You can change anything you want, just like you could. Really what it does is it takes you from a blank canvas where you've built nothing, and all of a sudden, boom, you're done. Everything's already there. Then you can go in and kind of tweak it and edit it. It allows you to have a campaign up and running, honestly, in less than 5 minutes. By just poking around, clicking a few buttons, boom, you're done. You can literally be live with a mobile opt-in campaign in 5 minutes if you use one of my personal templates that we're providing for you literally for the first time ever as a fast action bonus right here on this webinar. So pretty powerful stuff. That's the way that we really differentiate ourselves from everybody else. All right, let's see. A couple more questions. As you can see, I'm so excited about it, I get winded by it, right? I don't know, I'm very, very excited about mobile opt-in. I love mobile opt-in. It's been a game changer for me. I mean, you saw I made $100,000 in a single week. And I truly believe that anybody can do that with an email list, right? And it's got to be a good email list, a quality email list, an email list built with a foundation for success. And that is what mobile opt-in does. So listen, guys, we are coming up now. I'm just looking at my timer here. We're coming up on 5 minutes. All right, you have 5 minutes to take action, make a decision, and get enrolled. You've got 2 options right now, okay? You can join us. You can get off the fence. You can take action. You can not make excuses, but make changes. And you can go to one of these URLs you see on the screen, take a leap of faith, get outside of the box. We talked about earlier about living inside of this little box, right? If you don't ever get outside of that box, you are never going to get any results that don't live inside of that box, right? I am literally... Today, my entire life has changed because I was able to step outside of the box. I was able to do something outside of my comfort zone. I was able to go stand on a stage and speak to thousands of people that I was scared to death to do. And because of that, I've got a beautiful wife here that I would have never had, right? I encourage you all to think about that, to remember that. You've got to get outside of your comfort zone if you want to be successful, because if you're not where you want to be in your business, then there's a reason for that. And if you keep staying in the same spot, it's never going to change. Now is truly an opportunity for you to get the leverage that you need for success. So many people email me and they say, Anthony, what's the difference between this person and this person? This one's successful and this one's not. And there's always an answer to that. A lot of times it's that this person did something and this person did nothing. Now, you've heard that saying before, but I always kind of go a little bit deeper. It's that this person actually has all the right tools, right? They have the right tools, right training, and the right people to help them get where they want to be, and this person's trying to do it alone without all the tools. And so many gurus, I hate to call gurus because people call me a guru, and I don't believe I'm a guru. I just think I'm a teacher. That's what I like to be. I don't think it's much of a guru. But so many people ask me, you know, what is it that most gurus don't give their students that causes the problem, right? I mean, a lot of people ask that. They'll say, well, how come this guru teaches everybody nobody has success? Well, most of the time it's either the guru doesn't know what he's doing, he's lying. I think you can probably see by my stats, and I've been around for 10 years now. I even got the gray hair to prove it. I've been around for a long time. We've been doing this. Or a lot of times, the gurus don't actually give you the tools they're using. And I'll be honest with you, it's not always their fault. I did not even think about giving mobile opt-in to my students. I've been teaching email marketing for years. I never even thought about it because we developed this in-house. We built it for ourselves. We didn't build it for anybody else. And then it never dawned on me that maybe that was the reason I was so successful, and that, you know, my students were not as successful as me, or that maybe that anybody wasn't as successful as me, was that I had this technology, I had this software that nobody else had. And then when I released it, man, the results, as you saw, the Facebook group went crazy. People started sending in testimonials and emails and Facebook messages, and it just went insane. Right? I want you to be a part of that movement. I want you to be a part of that crowd. I want you to get outside of your comfort zone, do something you've never done before. You've got 2 minutes and 37 seconds to make a change that's going to make a difference in your life. I guarantee you, mobile opt-in gives you the leverage that nobody else has, and it's closing down, and it's going up in price, and there's going to be a monthly fee, and you're not going to get the bonuses. You're not going to get my personal templates. You're not going to get the free reports, and you're not going to get the Traffic Experts Academy if you don't take action now, right? So right now you're getting a $1,000 discount, no monthly fees. Imagine how much money that saves you. We're going to be at probably $97 a month. That's $1,200 a year saved, right? Imagine what you could do with that $1,200. You could spend it on advertising. You could spend it on your business. You could reinvest it to grow and make more money. You're saving that money. I'm saving you that money, but I'm still investing in MobileOptin every single day because it's my software. All right? So super, super. How many of you have enjoyed this presentation so far in this training? Just say yes. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. Thank you so much. If you could, rate it 1 to 10 for me. Type a 1 to 10. 10 being great, 1 meaning it sucks in the chat box. All right, I'm seeing lots and lots and lots and lots of people that are saying 10. Thank you so much. I truly hope that you guys are okay with me offering MobileOptin to you. It's been a pleasure to be here. We're coming up on 1 minute to close down. I need to give away our $100 cash prize. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here. To all of you that have enrolled in MobileOptin, understand one thing. I am going to do my very, very best to help you have massive success. I'm going to do my best to teach you what I know, to educate you, to help you with MobileOptin, and to help you have the success that I know you can have. We can all have success, right? It's all about persistence, and it's all about the right education and the right tools. I'm going to help you with all three of those things. MobileOptin is the key to success. It's the key to the future. We're all on these mobile phones, and it's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And with MobileOptin, you take advantage of that, and you guarantee yourself the most powerful email list on the planet. And you can build any kind of business with that. If you're brand new to business, this is perfect. If you've already got a business, this will help you grow, right? MobileOptin is for everybody from e-commerce to affiliate marketing to local marketing. If you're launching your own products, it doesn't matter what you're doing. MobileOptin can help you have more success, which means more profits for yourself and for your business. All right, guys, let me go ahead and give away our $100 cash prize, because those of you that have stayed here until the end, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed it. I see tons and tons of 10s. Lots of people are excited about MobileOptin. Remember, you get all of the bonuses if you get enrolled before we close down here, which is going to happen in the next few seconds. All right, so I'm going to scroll through the chat box here. All right, I'm going to just scroll through the chat box. And like I said earlier, I'm just randomly picking somebody to win. Let's see here. Looks like I'm going to put my hands up. I'm going to make GoToWebinar just scroll, and then I'm just going to let go. All right, here we go. And it's scrolling. And our $100 cash prize winner for... All right, our $100 cash prize winner is Harold McKenzie. Harold McKenzie, you have won the $100 cash prize. Congratulations. Everybody say congratulations to Harold right now. All right, I see tons and tons of people saying congratulations to Harold. Harold, congratulations. If you could, just put your email address in the chat box for me, and we'll grab it, and then we will be PayPaling you a $100 cash prize just simply for being here. Very good. So we got it there. All right, awesome. Thank you, Harold. All right, so we've got Harold, a $100 cash prize. Everybody else got access to MobileOptin. Tons of you got enrolled. Everybody got the bonuses. I'm going to leave the screen up for just a minute, okay? I'm going to cut. I know sometimes when I'm talking and talking and talking, a lot of times you're back and forth, back and forth. Look, if you've got any issues, if you've tried and your credit card has been declined, the first thing that you need to do is call your bank and just simply let your bank know that you're trying to make a purchase online, and they'll probably let you make your purchase. A lot of times it's just fraud filters, and hey, it happens to all of us. So I'm going to leave this online, okay, for the next 5 minutes. So all you've got to do is go to the links. You can get enrolled. Get enrolled now. You'll get all of my bonuses. I want to make sure that you guys have massive success. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Anthony Morrison. I have had a blast teaching you guys tonight. The chat box has been incredible. You guys have been incredible. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm humbled. I'm always humbled to be able to spend time with people, and that you took your time to listen to what I have to say. It's a humbling experience, and I look forward to working with all of you that got MobileOptin. I look forward to helping you, and I look forward to your massive success. That's my true goal. That's what I'm here for, and I can't wait to get started with you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Get enrolled right now. Links are below. The fast action bonuses are available as long as you can get to these links. So as long as these links work, because they won't work after a while, as long as you can go to those links right there on the screen and the order form comes up, I'm going to hook you up with those fast action bonuses. In fact, I think you'll even see some of them on the order form at this point. So again, thank you so much for being here, guys. I look forward to having massive success with all of you. Take care.